Big button.
I'm
I still
hitting
have
it
to download my
right
map. So
now. Done.
All right.
Perfect.
At everyone, I don't care who it pisses off.
At everybody.
Everyone.
All right, guys. So, hi, chat. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody in Discord hearing me talk for the past 15 minutes. I'm live with the ISMC devs and Prowlaz, who decided to sneak his ass in here, I guess. Surprise, surprise.
Special guest.
So, we decided we were going to get together and do a few rounds of stuff and kind of pick these guys' brains a little bit. So, who all am I with from the ISMC team?
Sure. I'm Alec, party on Alec. I'm one of the lead devs, and I'm in charge of marketing, PR, general people-related things. I'm really good at talking. Other guys, go.
I'll go. I'm Omega. I'm one of the artists here, so like the work for like clothing, weapons, anything related to that. Pretty much a generalist. Just whatever needs getting done, give me a shout.
Word. D, chop up.
Yeah. Okay. So I have recently been. I'm Deej, as you guys heard, but I've recently been doing a lot of design related stuff. But I also I started by doing advisor related stuff. But yeah, lots of design and advisor gun stuff.
Cool. Warrior.
I'm Warrior J. My name is Joe. I do primarily the rigging for the 3D character models. A lot of the cosmetic system, a lot of new stuff in the upcoming update. We put on like the equipment gears and stuff like that. So that's primarily what I do.
Okay.
Cool. Cypher.
Hi, my name's Cypher. I do marketing related things, websites and video content mostly.
Yeah, you do.
He's the media guy.
All right, and Caden should be here any second. But
Yep.
So hello, my name's Caden, and
Yeah.
I'm a 3D artist like Dean, and I make mainly weapon-related stuff.
Justin, do you want to be commander?
Yes. Oh Jesus.
So,
It only
Cobra-
makes you responsible for every decision that happens in this game.
That's right. So you want me to be commander while I'm asking you questions? This should be good.
Cobra, I have a question real quick.
We'll have to answer.
Are you
Oh, is that how it works?
are you good
What's
with
the
us
question?
like snagging questions occasionally from the chat that we see that are like
Yep,
quick answers?
If there's a lull, I'm gonna ask a question. If not, if I see something else, I'll pull it from there too. If you want to snag them from chat, go for it. This is mostly
Okay,
your guys'
perfect.
show as
Okay.
opposed to mine. This is you. People see enough of my face.
Cool.
So
All right.
It's going to be a by our powers combined situation.
Yes.
there you go. I've been playing it. Because I mean they're already talking about PvP and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to lead into that exactly because I'm sure that's like a common fucking question. What I want to know
Very.
more about is we kind of see what we have now. So as ISMC, I know you guys are hitting Project Benford as well. So like we're
Yep.
getting into not just weapon design and rigging and animations, but we're also getting into like factions.
Exactly.
So I guess I'll make it a very open-ended, generic thing. Like what is coming soon and what's on the horizon as far as ISMC and Benford and maybe other projects you haven't mentioned, if I can get away with it.
All right. Who wants to answer?
I can kind of lead us off, and I'll
Okay.
kick to you guys for more specific stuff. But
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
you're right. Project Binford is kind of been loosely referred to as ISMC v2.0.
Yeah.
And it's really us expanding what we're able to do with the platform on which we built ISMC and the mod tools that Insurgency Sandstorm provides us. So you're right. We're going to have a whole new set of factions. We're going to reintroduce the ability to play as insurgents within the ISMC mod set. You're going to get some Russians. There's talk maybe of even Germans a little further down the line. And all of this is going to be kind of incorporated onto this platform. We're also going to get like better optics, better animations. It's been really exciting just to kind of like learn what we can do with this and keep like unlocking new things that we're able to do. So you're going to see a lot of that in Binford.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other guys, if you want to hop in, talk a little bit more about like your specific work that we've been doing so
Sure.
far.
I'll talk. So with Binford, as he said, it's going to be expanding into like factions, and we're trying to make them as authentic as possible. And what we've been deciding is that we kind of want the first few factions to be loosely based off of private military factions, so we can have a bit more creative freedom as opposed to like a regular military, because their gear is very standardized, so we don't have as much creative freedom as we would with PMC stuff. So, but obviously we're trying to keep the gear they're using as realistic as possible and as like practical as possible. Even we're going as far as to customizing the setups of plate carriers and belts to how they would be set up in reality, because we don't want we like those little details. So yeah, we're going as far as to do that stuff, and factions are going to be really cool. There's a bunch of really cool weapon stuff coming that I think you guys will be really, really excited for.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to caveat off of that. What in particular weapon stuff are you talking about? Different variations of weapons of variety, or are you talking about mechanics wise?
So we actually have been going through some stuff when it comes to weapon mechanics to try to get stuff balanced and stuff like that. Kind of leading into, so somebody asked about PvP. PvP technically already exists. You can find servers, but they're dead. But what we want to do with Binford is kind of improve that so the servers won't be dead, and it will be more playable and balanced, etc. like that. Stuff in Binford versus AI will be a bit more loose in terms of weapon mechanics and gameplay and stuff like that. But yes, there's also more physical weapon related stuff coming, including what we've already teased already, much more AK parts, stuff like that.
That was one of the things I was going to bring up. So as far as like the deepest level of customization that exists in ISMC right now is on the AR-15 platform. And that's where we've been experimenting with, like different stocks, different grips, canted sights. All of this is coming to Binford, in addition to that same depth of modularity on the AK platforms. So, you've got like the AK-12, AK-15, 103, 104. All of those are going to be getting this very like expanded mod set.
Okay. So getting into, I guess, that the specifics of that. So the weapon stuff is going to be expansion of the AK platform.
There is some more.
Aren't you also working
in addition to a lot of other stuff?
Yeah.
That's just one of the things I'm most excited about.
Yep.
And you guys were also working on custom animation. At least that's what I saw. Like
custom animations. They are
like reloading. Okay.
Yeah. So
anything you can talk about?
Yeah. With custom animations, as you guys, as we've teased, we've seen the Desert Eagle, and so I believe Marv is working on that right now, or is it Razpass? I forgot. But yeah, we're getting the Deagle worked on. We have like mag check animations. We have chambering and equipping animations, stuff like that. I'm not sure how far they are into the actual reload part. If I were to assume, it would probably be they're doing decently well with that. But with the addition of and ability for custom animations to be a thing, that means that like we're going to be able to add stuff that we wouldn't think of. Okay, somebody's getting shot at. But it adds the ability to add stuff that wouldn't be able to be added before. For example, weapon platforms like, let's say, the P90. There are no existing animations that are similar enough to the platform of the P90 that would make sense to use. But now, since we have custom reload ability or reload animation ability, and we also have very talented animators, it's going to be very possible and very, very cool.
Yeah, to kind of echo that sentiment, with animations, and animations were one of the hardest things that we had to kind of unlock with the platform. That wasn't something we thought we had access to at first, but we figured out how to do it. With those custom animations comes the introduction of just a whole bunch of new weapons that previously we didn't have access to, or we couldn't incorporate to the level of quality that we wanted because there weren't existing animations that we could paste those on top of. One of my favorite examples for this is like I'm obsessed with the M14, and we haven't been able to do it because it doesn't you can kind of get there with like the SKS animations. You can kind of get there with the MK14 animations, but like neither one of them work well enough for us to like include and not have it look just like janky as hell.
Exactly.
So that's one of the weapons that hopefully we'll be able to deploy in upcoming builds, because we've unlocked like the sort of animation sequence to customize that.
Yep.
Okay. Any other follow-on from that before I cut anybody off?
Sure, I can give one more thing. So, also with the custom animations, these allow us to like kind of modify NWI's animations with the guns that are already animated, because some of them, as we've discussed quite a bit, don't fit our liking of the style, and well, not even just the style, just the way stuff is done. So it gives us that ability to change that a bit to how we feel might be a bit better. Those are going to be lower priority than like adding new stuff, but there's still probably going to happen.
Kind of
So, yeah.
like the weird little C-clamp mag reload I still get every once in a while.
Yeah, well, okay,
Yes.
so that is an NWI bug that we can't fix at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So that came with the what's it called? All the like aiming grip, the whatever, all that stuff that NWI added that came with it, sadly. Let me kill like that one clock, sorry. But anyway,
There you go.
yeah, anyways.
Always.
So
Try me again,
that came with that update. So we can't really fix that at the moment, sadly. We just gotta wait for NWI to either open mod tools up or just fix it themselves. But yeah. I don't even remember what I was saying. But so yeah, I was talking
No,
about
that was
custom
a good
animations.
answer.
Yeah.
That was a good answer.
Okay,
Terrence
okay, I
trying
hope
to
it was.
sabotage our interview.
Yeah,
you're
for
good.
real. He caused me
So
to
I
forget.
assume that NWI architecture also has to do with like the flashlight coming on when I do a combo rail system when I do a reload
that's
as well.
an NWI
That's
thing as
another
well.
good example.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I was like, God, that fucking
Yeah,
shit. I was like, okay, all
I
right.
get very annoyed with that as well.
Well-
The funny thing is it's the only way to use an illuminator and your laser at the same time in night vision, it's a bug, which is really ironic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of
Chad's
stuff like that
Go
we're
ahead.
just trying to kind of like refine and suss out. Like, this tool set that we've been given that like NWI has provided is really, really expansive, but it also has like constraints. And part of the creativity of the ISMC mod team is just like figuring out how to operate as best we can within those constraints and which ones we can kind of like test and overcome as well.
Exactly.
Okay. And I assume, as you know, the hardest part generally is when NWI releases new architecture. Like you guys actually had magnified optics and everything else that could cant and switch and everything else already,
Yep.
and then it's almost like
And
NWI
they
was like,
just
"Oh, we'll
broke.
push out an update," and then they
Yeah.
broke everything.
They broke.
I was
got
like,
destroyed.
"Oh shit!"
But of course, I'm saying we, but I don't really do any of the developer stuff. But the people that do, which is amazing, they have figured out how to re-implement them, which is very, very cool.
Nice.
So they're coming next
See
update.
a lot of people asking about guns in the comments.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah,
I feel like
I'm
I should
actually
not
gonna-
have teased the M14. We
Is
don't have a
the new
timeline for
update-
it yet, but someday,
Yeah.
when it's
Is the
ready.
new update gonna break ISMC? We don't really know. We can't really tell what NWI is gonna add.
If it breaks, we'll fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
And to kind of touch on something you spoke about earlier, Cobra, it's I would be incredibly flattered, and I am incredibly flattered if some of the stuff that we work on that we try to implement into ISMC ends up inspiring NWI to try to include content like that in Insurgency.
Yeah.
Because we're definitely inspired by them. So for that
100%.
feedback loop to kind of continue elevating both parties would be extremely, extremely validating.
Well, yeah, I think beyond a shadow of a doubt that you guys have, because I mean, I personally feel it, and I've seen it expressed in chat that ISMC has saved Insurgency, and for
Super flattering.
my personal opinion, it has, because I don't know how to say it without coming off. I guess it's there wasn't much there for me, and it added a depth that was kind of missing, and it kind of just with the in addition to having like modded maps and having all this, just things that you can play with, adds a lot more depth to it that intrigues me and keeps me going. So, because before I don't know, I didn't really care for a lot of it before, but it's nice. You guys have done good work, and it's definitely kept the game on my hard drive a lot longer.
Well, I mean,
So-
that's part of the reason we do it too. Is we looked at Insurgency and we're like, this game has great bones. How do we make it better? How do we make it more what we want to play?
100%.
Grease gun and Sterling. I'll start cherry picking from chat because otherwise it's
Okay.
gonna get slid.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, geez, we actually talked about this. Can you ask them about Ground Branch and plans for that? Again, from my understanding, guys, it's speculative. Do you guys?
So, I'm not sure if you guys have talked. I have talked to Andrews quite a bit about this. If you guys don't, if anybody in chat doesn't know who Andrews is, Andrews is another one of the lead developers for this. He's done a lot of the work behind the scenes, and he is very, very good at the stuff. Anyways, him and I have talked about Ground Branch stuff quite a bit, and all I'm gonna say is it's possible, and it's definitely not a no. And it's not probably not a yes either.
So I guess that's probably part of where I come in. Prowlaz here.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
You're the correct person to answer this.
I'm actually the
Slide
community manager for Ground Branch. Hey there, chat. How's it going, everybody? So yeah, basically the relationship between BFS and the ISMC devs right now is they like what y'all are doing. You know, there's a solidarity between the Ground Branch community and what the ISMC mod brings to the Insurgency game, you know, stuff like the LPVOs, stuff like that, right? So there are talks with potential, you know, close collaboration in the future, such as giving the ISMC guys some, you know, early access to modding tools and things like that to help.
Andrews told me about that as well.
Yeah, to help further develop the platform. So that is in the future, you know, and so far the devs have, for Ground Branch, have provided the ISMC guys with some keys so they could get all their mod team in the game and start playing around. So right now, that's about the extent of the relationship.
Yeah, I would classify it at
Ground
this
Branch-
point as a deep mutual respect and interest.
Oops,
Oh,
yeah.
Wow,
Ground Branch
They're just
provides
like,
a
where are
very
these
good.
guys?
Ground Branch provides a very, very good base, because there's a lot of things it has that a lot of other, like Insurgency doesn't have. You know, so yeah. Also, if I'm talking too much, I apologize. I should
No,
probably
dude, you're
let
doing
others talk.
outstandingly.
Okay.
Proud of you.
Everybody's all like, "Oh,
Thank you.
please talk so I don't have to."
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, this is something we've talked about doing on live streams now too. Is like letting some of the people who are deeper, like into the ISMC team, be the face of it as well. You know, because so often it's like me, it's Roman, it's Anders, who are like out there answering all the questions. I think it's super sick that you guys have a chance here to like talk more in depth about what you guys are doing.
I love it.
Deeper than I can talk about it.
I don't think the ISMC team can answer about console ports, and that's more of an
Yeah,
MUI.
that's not our thing.
Yeah,
I don't think
also
we're-
want to know the answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't think we're focused on porting the game to console by modding. I don't think we can do that.
I
Sadly.
mean, if you can do it, Jesus Christ, good job, guys. But,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we're looking at porting it to the original PlayStation. If you guys still have that one.
Damn, that's
Yeah, there you go.
Uniforms, LMGs, and different kinds of missions. So uniforms and changeable uniforms in mission are coming next update. LMGs, we've had talks about adding more LMGs, so don't worry, that's on our radar. And with different kinds of missions, so it was recently thought to be impossible, but is now possible. People that are more into the development side can probably speak on that more than I can. But yeah.
Yep, guys.
So yeah.
Yo, what we talking about?
Do you
The smart
you guys
people
want to go
can talk
shoot
about
shit while we're talking?
That would be
Yeah,
fun.
let's
Hell yeah.
I like doing that.
Terrorists.
Canted sights are a must. I agree, John Doe.
Yeah, no, canted sights are like that is one of my favorite parts about the mod, and
Yep.
you guys will be seeing that next update as well.
100%, you guys will. Can this guy die? Thank you.
All right, now I've got to figure out what the commander key is. Son of a bitch.
Just when in doubt, call in an airstrike.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I got to figure out what to do again.
I see somebody
So
said
I'm on your-
about the modularity of the AR-15 platform and
I
wanting
think I just ordered a strafe. That was bad.
an underbarrel grenade launcher.
11 o'clock.
I'll talk
Oh.
about that in a second. Yeah.
Oh crap, we should leave. There's an airstrike coming in over here.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that.
Clear the north side.
Fall back, I'm gonna blow the thing
Just
up.
hang out inside for a minute. It's gonna get loud.
I hit a button.
Hey, nice.
Oh my gosh, we're all on the stairs.
Is multicam black
The
coming?
A-10 flying over.
Yes, multicam black win.
There's a lot of talk about
So
multicam.
multicam black is possible, but from what I talked to modelers about, it's that the way Insurgency does their lighting and coloring, that it would look really similar to like other colors. I don't know how exactly that works, but I'd like it as well. I'm pretty sure Warrior talked to me about it, or was it you or Tempter? I don't remember. One of the two.
More on the texture end.
Okay, then it was probably him. Him and Roman also were talking about that. I'll have to talk to them more about that, because I do think Multicam Black could be pretty interesting.
One thing about the uniforms I could talk about is similar to guns, we want the uniforms to be modular. So since we have PMC factions in the next update, you'll be able to have more freedom with your uniform loadout. You'll be able to change, you know, torso, legs. You'll be able to add, you know, accessories like I'm sure you've seen in sneak peeks, things like knee pads. So part of my job is rigging those in and then using something that NWI uses in order to tuck their mesh to allow for various cosmetics to hook up to each other. So I have to create like they're called Morph Targets in order to make them sit on, you know, the jeans or the cargo pants appropriately and stuff like that. So there'll be a lot of more realistic cosmetic options for your uniforms in the next update.
Yep. I just got vibe checked by
you're
Grand.
So it's not even just using the default like test rigs and everything else. We're talking about breaking it down to like using a pair of half knee pads versus like, you know, in knee pad combat pants, maybe different battle belts, or other than chest rigs and everything else. Okay, so
yeah, you're gonna have a lot of options to create your own PMC character in a way.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about battle belts and like with plate carriers, because right now in game, as far as I remember, like you really only wear a plate carrier without a battle belt, which looks kind of strange, especially for like a direct action type military guy. But so yeah, we're adding very realistic looking battle belts, and obviously there's more to come. And another thing that was worked on by Andrews and Tempter was that, so if you look right now actually on our characters in this build, the Cry JPC is way too big for the character. It looks like it's a high profile like plate carrier when the JPC is literally a low profile type of plate carrier. Anyways, we modified the size, made it look nice, and made it have an actual plate size instead of covering your whole entire torso.
Right. Yeah. Like he wore like he needs a medium, but he wore a large or something.
Exactly. And it's even more than that. It's like he's wearing an extra large.
You got the hand-me-down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing we're being conscious of is because both factions will be PMCs, there's risk for having trouble identifying enemies. So both factions will have
color palettes,
gear color palettes. There'll be different cosmetic options for the team, like specific uniforms. So it's really going to increase the breadth of scope of the cosmetic options for the soldiers.
Yes. 100%. We've even gone a bit further than just like colors. We've also gone to like just profile of their clothing. Like some being a bit more bulky than others, some having slightly different plate carrier setups. Like, for example, usually the Russian side will have plate carriers that obviously have AK magazines in them, stuff like that. They might be a bit more bulky. Yeah, neck guards, stuff like that. When the Americans might have more low profile stuff and AR mag pouches. So it's just kind of be a bit easier for PID and stuff like that. Somebody said identification is a real world issue. I don't mind. So I have the same opinion as whoever said that in chat, but there's a reason that militaries had uniforms. So like if there was no need for uniforms, people would just wear whatever like camo is acceptable in the environment, but that would be like a mishmash of a ton of different camos. So I mean,
there's definitely some blend over. Like it's not like there's going to be a lot of isolated assets per team. There's just be different color variations per team, but there are going to be a few specific assets that are factional.
Yeah, conceptually speaking, target ID is still incredibly important. We're not taking away from that. I think a lot of the spirit of the mod is trying to blend that like realism and authenticity with what still makes it fun. So for if the usability of the individual factions like camouflage or silhouette ends up making them more identifiable, then to us that's a win, because that's going to make the game more fun and still be in line with authenticity.
Somebody said IR strobes. Yes, we are working on IR strobes.
Boy, makes me happy.
I bet. Let's see.
So tattoos and piercings was actually mentioned too for like going into deep cosmetic options.
I'm not sure about that. Somebody else will have to speak on that one. Yeah, I have no idea. Dude, am I dumb? Because like I'm on a completely different side of the map than you guys are.
Dude, yeah, the map's pretty bifurcated. Like,
oh, there we go. I got it. I had to like jump over a weird thing.
yeah, I had to backtrack super hard.
Yeah, same.
We're gonna attack from the rear.
They're just spawning right there.
So, Bedro said, is Karmakut's mod HUD style gonna be in the regular ISMC? So, as we said, Binford is practically ISMC 2.0. And so I'm just gonna refer to, I'm assuming what you're meaning is, when you say ISMC, you're referring to what's going to be Binford. So, yes, it's not gonna be like the same HUD as in Karmakut's, because that's going to be customizable by the server provider. So if you want a more realistic server, the people that host, you're fine. The people that host the server will be able to select a more hardcore option. If they want a more like, you know, less milsimmy, more just arcade, then they can choose that. So,
yeah, what is this HUD style he was referring to?
So on Karmakut's server, it's basically 0 HUD. You can't even see the objectives, and stuff like that. The only way to do it is you hold R to do a mag check, and basically it's a bug, but it's actually a cool thing. You hold R, and the only HUD you can see is the objective that you need to go to. Besides that, it's no HUD. My only complaint with that is that like in reality, you know where your stuff is on your kit. So like if you're not able to see your weapons and grenades when you scroll, which is kind of weird because in reality, obviously you've memorized that. So I feel like showing it in-game wouldn't be really immersion breaking, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No.
And we also recognize there is a crowd that wants that, and I think we want to develop for them as well as everyone else, even if our own opinions are, you know, different playstyles. I like lots of HUD. I want more information, not less.
Yeah. It's all about modularity, so...
Precisely.
I don't think
more
you guys
modular,
are actually
the
working
more...
on...
Working on what?
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
So they're talking about like incorporating maps and stuff. I don't know if you guys are mainly working on 3D modeling and as far as the characters and stuff, right?
Yeah, we haven't worked on maps yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah. That is kind of a common misconception within the mod.
Yeah,
they think that includes all these custom maps. Yep. And for a lot of people, they view that as like a hindrance to downloading it. Like, oh, I don't want to join an ISMC server. I got to download like 40 gigabytes of custom maps. ISMC does not actually include any maps stock. We obviously have a huge amount of respect for the map makers and love playing those maps ourselves and 100%. Love seeing ISMC on those maps. But yeah, there's a reason that those are separate right now. We've had talks about the idea of doing like ISMC sponsored map packs or ISMC like sanctioned map packs. But for the time being, and if we did those would also very likely be separate of the core mods. You wouldn't have to download them. It would just be like a way for people who maybe have slower internet connections and don't want to download all of the maps from a server to like, you know, get it beforehand, get it in their spare time, and then have it all turnkeyed and ready to play.
Okay.
I am so lost right now.
Same
I'm starting
here.
to think, and I'm kind of getting the vibe that since you guys are kind of reworking animations to like incorporate certain things like mag checks, I mean, it's not really breaking the framework of what currently is there, but it almost seems like it would be almost a slower played Insurgency. You start adding other things like high readies or low readies, which was asked actually in chat.
Actually, I really like that they asked that because I have been talking about that. I'm not sure how possible it is, but I think that would be the coolest if high and low ready was added because I'm usually not a fan of constantly flagging my teammates. But
it's
yeah.
a cool idea and concept. It's just a case of getting these things to work. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Things, pulling them apart in the hope that it's going to work in the end. It took us a long time to even get close to animations. It's still something we're tinkering with.
Yeah, that was kind of the next thing was how would you do it or how would you incorporate it? Is it just a matter of like collision detection like what it has now, or would it be something you would control since you talked about flagging? So
mean,
I guess it's speculative still.
Let's see. Somebody said, "Let's talk about the elephant in the room foregrips." And they're really ugly. What do you mean? It's an
Yeah, I'm a little lost
MWI
on that
issue
one.
that they're ugly because, are you talking about the foregrips in default Insurgency? Because some of those do look a bit jank, but I don't call them ugly. And the ones in ours are very customizable, and they're just real life foregrips. They're nothing special.
Yeah, ours are really sexy. So I don't know what he's after with this ugly thing. Maybe he's talking about the like the functional treatment of foregrips.
Yeah,
in
let's
default
have him
Insurgency.
emphasize. If John Doe, if you can emphasize on what you mean by that, I'd love to hear your opinion.
Yep. Animate trees falling and windows breaking. Okay.
Matt Penn 78.
Yeah, I agree. That would be tight.
Zenitco Handguards on Insurgent stuff. We're probably we're working on like models that aren't modernized and modernized ones, so you don't have to worry about having like Gucci AKs as an Insurgent.
Yeah, nothing diamond studded.
Yeah. Let's see.
And I think to kind of elaborate on the subject that was getting at, there's absolutely going to be lore-based weapons and cosmetics for the individual factions to kind of like imply more of a story than Insurgency has on its own.
100%. I was actually talking about that with Roman the other day.
Drones.
Okay, so John clarified. He said what he means is the reload animation bugs. So yeah, that's an NWI issue that we sadly can't fix at the moment. But yeah. What about free aim when ADS? Is that are you talking about like free look, or are you talking about like an aiming dead zone?
I think he's meaning like squad, like where you can aim and move around.
Yeah. Okay. So free look. Free look. I'm not sure how bound that is to the engine. So yeah, not sure. Somebody else can talk on that one.
Yeah, right now I don't know if there are any plans for free look, or if that's something that's like functionally possible within the mod.
Yeah, exactly.
Revelation.
Afro, I see you asked how much stuff is coming for the Insurgents in the future. So once the Russian and American PMCs are in, the Insurgents are getting a complete overhaul.
Yeah, we're going for a much more realistic approach to the Insurgents.
Exactly.
It should be a little, or maybe a lot more different than NWI's.
Yeah, in our Discord we have a few sneak peeks of the new Insurgents and what has been being worked on.
Yeah, that's a great point. Everybody should join the ISMC Discord.
This is true.
Like,
you can get all of your.
So access to
if I actively check mod discussion, and I will happily answer your questions. And as with every single other dev at ISMC.
Yeah. One of the things that we decided a long time ago is really important to ISMC is community engagement.
100%.
We want to make sure people feel like they're listened to and like their concerns are addressed. Obviously, like our time and abilities are limited both by us being volunteers and by you know what the mod kit provides for us to be able to do. But for the most part, like I think we identify more with the community than we do with the developers, because we're people who just decided that like we wanted to see more cool shit in the game, so we did it.
Yep. So BDG X Grim asked about weapon jams. So I'm not gonna say no, but I'm not gonna say yes, because the problem with weapon malfunctions is there are so many that, and we have to animate every single different type of malfunction for every single type of weapon. Obviously we could simplify it, but like also in reality, like weapons don't malfunction that much, and would that really be worth adding to such a fast-paced type shooter is a question. So that would definitely be something to think about.
Yeah, I think to your point, that is like a twofold consideration. One is like the logistical elements of actually incorporating all of those things, because we would want to do it.
Yeah.
If we did it, we would want to do it in an authentic way. And the other part of that question is, to what degree does that like increase or tilt
like,
the needle between authenticity and fun?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And maybe the answer is, and this is speculative, but on a long enough timeline, milsim modes would have that, but like standard modes would, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
To really delineate and give people the experience that they want to have.
Yeah, so the bombastic bads or something. Sorry, I didn't read it correctly, right? There you go. Okay. Are you gonna do something about making night vision better, like shooting out lights or just fixing contrast where it interacts with light? So I have talked about adding autogation, which is when basically the whole view or night vision will tone down when you see a bright light automatically, so you don't have to worry too much about walking into a brighter room with your nods on, because in reality, unless you're using some really old crappy night vision, it's going to have autogation. So I have definitely talked about autogation and fixing that, so that's going to possibly be a thing depending on how possible it is. So with every one of my answers, just take it, if I don't know for sure, it's going to depend on how possible it is and what the developers can do. But,
yeah, our answers come with like this degree of aspirational and like logistically skeptic. So we don't want to promise anything that we discovered like we can't do with the tools that we have.
Yeah.
But we have just as high of hopes as you guys do. So if our answers at any time just seem like, oh, they're just saying cool idea to everything, I'm like, yeah, it is a cool idea.
So, and then when you said just fixing night vision with shooting out lights, that would require changing quite a bit of stuff from, like, I don't develop, but like from what I understand, that would require like stuff within on the map makers end and on developers end and possibly even on the NWI's end. So I'm not sure how possible that is. And then another thing for night vision we have been considering, Andrews and I talked about this as well, Rare Kiwi has been helping us with this, is basically depth of field under night vision. Because unless you have, day caps on your night vision, it's most likely not going to be very, your weapon's not going to look clear, it's going to be blurry. And adding that to the game would be a very cool feature, just increase immersion. And then somebody said just add like double feeds or minor jams. I wouldn't necessarily call a double feed a minor jam. It's common, but I wouldn't call it minor because it takes a decent amount of time to clear. It doesn't really take 5 seconds like you said, or 0.5 seconds. It's not a tap rack, it's a bit more than that. But anyways.
That's a remedial action, not a immediate
yeah,
action.
exactly. So like maybe if we added malfunctions, it would just be like a failure to fire or something. So it would be like small. I get it would increase intensity, but it again, you got to think, would the amount of resources we put into it give the right turnout? But anyways, let's see. Dual mags and fast mags. From like a realism standpoint, that's possible, but a lot of plate carriers don't like hold double mags with spacers in the middle because mag pouches aren't that big. Let's see.
I'll
sorry,
pose
you're gonna
one.
speak.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pose one. So with the animations, like how I know we're focusing on animations for just individual characters. How ballsy are we getting with the animations in regards to like reworking? I know you have to rework like rigging and everything else to make sure that you guys aren't using mocap. You're using like
we're using
keyframe, right? Okay. So if, say for example, I'm gonna say like, are you incorporating footage from, say, like, are you trying to restructure the entire like rig to like completely change movements, or I guess how ambitious are you getting with the animations?
We've more discussed stuff to like first-person animations. We have talked about fixing third-person animations because your guy walks around like a bobblehead, but I'm not 100% sure how possible that would be with the engine. Somebody who actually does that can probably speak on it. But yeah. But yeah, first, sorry.
Like when we're working on animations, we're trying to use NWI's rig as much as possible.
Yeah.
So kind of reliant on that, like the engine, like the mod tools don't have an animation system, or we just haven't fully got there. We're really close, and we're at the point where we can get animations in. It's just getting it to like work as a new weapon, which is what we're kind of toying with now.
Yeah. Okay, Bijo asked, are red dots going to be transparent when an ADS to simulate shooting with both eyes open? That's something we've actually been working on recently. It's going to be a toggleable thing for people that don't like it. But just because yeah, a lot of people don't like it, and just having it static might not be something that a lot of people enjoy. But yes, it's been something we've been working on, and the results so far have been very, very good with it. Again, if you check sneak peeks, it should be there in the Discord. And let's see. Somebody asked about parallax effects on optics, if we can fix that. Not 100% sure if the mod tools allow for that. Somebody else can talk about that, but I would like to do that. I would like to fix that.
Like your infinite parallax on UOTX and everything else in your holographics?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Cobra, anything else you're curious about at this point? I know we've been
I'm
chapter.
I'm kind of curious. That's fine. I mean, feed them. That just makes me think of more questions. I know it was posed about game modes. I don't remember if we got more in depth on that. If that was something, I know it's kind of more server specific, but I just kind of get branching away. I don't know if you guys are, because I know you guys are focused like mainly with ISMC and Binford. It's more cosmetics, but I guess, and animations. But is there a pursuit into potential game modes, and if so, what are you kind of spitballing?
The past few weeks, there's been quite a bit of talk about new game modes.
Yeah, we have talked about that.
It's just kind of started to get the ball rolling on that. I think.
Yeah. Because it was learned.
So much you can just run around shooting insurgents.
Yep. It was learned that recently we can do custom game modes. So.
Yeah. So there's been a whole bunch of creativity on that front right now. Expect more news on that soon, as we kind of refine and solidify, what we want to focus on first in those terms. But we're really excited about it. I mean, it's
not gonna let me squeeze it out of you.
It's not just like the thing you're squeezing out of us is like we're super psyched about that. We want to do everything.
All right, nothing concrete yet is what I'm taking from that. You're playing around with something.
It's wet cement. Give us a little while and it'll get hard. That came out weird.
There
But the metaphor was there.
Yeah.
The metaphor was there.
Are we bringing back ambush? Was the question.
Can't. Again, yeah, we can't really. Say yes or no.
I think we kind of answered that.
No comment.
Somebody asked, is there any way to make the AI not just run at you, like sit more realistic and create more killing situations rather than just run and gun? Check out Karmacut servers. He has a lot of that gameplay because he has some AI mods and has tweaked them manually. I do hope more servers implement that AI style. We don't really do AI stuff right now. But yeah. Somebody said, let's see. Bullpup AK. Yeah, so that would be really cool. That would be really, really cool to add. Those are really, really cool, but they would require custom animations because, like, it's not just a regular bullpup AR or anything like that. It's an AK, which requires a few different things. But that would be really, really cool to add, and since, custom animations are possible, then it might be probable.
Yeah, to everyone else in chat, if you see people asking questions that have already been answered, let's just assume they weren't here for the answer and feel free to answer on our behalf.
That would help a lot.
Yeah, you can spaz it there because the way it's scrolling, it's kind of hard. Like I have to scroll up, so just rephrase them. If it doesn't get addressed here in like the next 3 to 5 minutes, then post it again.
Yeah. Don't spam.
Yeah, don't spam it because bot will smack you or I'll smack you. But yeah, don't spam them.
And Cobra, this is going to be edited and put up on your channel, right?
It'll be a couple weeks, but we can tone that down.
For sure. Well, the point I was hoping to make is if there's something that's already been answered, they can get those answers in a couple weeks when it goes live on YouTube.
Let's see.
Yeah.
This would all be so much easier if NWI would just work with you guys directly. Would you guys be able to describe the current relationship you guys have with them?
That's a good question.
I mean, I can,
question.
Yeah,
I can kind of field that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of like I said before, right now it feels like we're in a situation of like mutual inspiration.
Yeah.
NWI isn't so much like working with us directly, but they've expressed praise for what we're doing. So I don't feel like we're in a position where we can like go to them directly and say like, hey, put this in the game or whatever. But we know they're watching us, and we know that we're influencing them based on what we put in the game.
I mean, heck, they reposted one of our things on Twitter, so they're definitely watching us.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and I have to imagine that if I were like a game dev, I would be psyched if there were a mod created with this level of depth.
100%.
So I imagine they are too.
Mhm.
But we have nothing but positive feelings for NWI. We wouldn't have a mod if they didn't make a game, you know?
Let's see. Any more breaching door methods like shock and hammer and explosive methods? So I'm not 100% sure. As much as I think that would be cool, I'm not sure if adding that would make sense because of how AI works in this game. Even with them modified, they'll like push you and open doors and stuff like that. So I just think of like, you know, trying to set up this cool breach and then one just opens the door and caps you. So I'm not 100% sure how probable that would be, but I do think it's a cool idea that might surface.
Yeah, I don't think that's our highest priority right now. I can safely say that. But yeah, that is absolutely something that we've discussed before, and like, you know, if we feel like it's something that would like really enrich the game, and we have the bandwidth to focus on it, then
Exactly.
And of course with the caveat, if it's possible within the modules, then yeah.
Somebody asked why the custom handguards were removed from the AR-15. So there is still one, but the reason the rest were removed
still there.
from the ones that aren't Geisley, like BCM, MCMR, and stuff like that, I believe they were due to blueprint limits. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, blueprint limits.
Okay, yeah, so the way Insurgency modding works is we have something called blueprints, which is basically a way of determining... It's a bit different than modding other games, and that's kind of what limits us physically with how much stuff we can put in, and we kind of have to use workarounds. Let's see. To be honest, it would better to switch to Steam Workshop. I do think for most stuff, yes, it would, but we can't really change that.
Yeah, sounds like that.
New weapons on the horizon, always, perpetually, forever.
No, Grim, yeah, so that's why you have door security for explosive breaching, and stuff, of course. But I'm saying the way the AI is in this game, sometimes they'll even like open the door and shoot you, like if they open it even a tiny bit. They're really weird, and I just feel it's a bit too fast-paced for setting up a breach like that at the moment. I need more to make. We need to make reticles show recoil. The non-moving reticles are very immersion breaking. I 100% agree with that. And as I said, we're working on trying. Or did I say that? I might have not said that. But yeah, we're definitely gonna try to figure that out, because that's something that I definitely think would be very, very cool.
Yeah, I think that's something that would add like another level of immersion to the game if we could.
100%. Yeah. Bullpup PKM and other machine guns. So with the LMGs, I do think some more should be added, definitely, but also take into account their practicality. But yeah, we can probably have some more. And with the Bullpup PKM, that would just require another custom animation. So it's possible, but probably just a bit later down the line. Have we worked on anything sound design related? So the way sound design in this game is a bit weird, and I think, is anybody in here that knows a bit more about that? Because I know it's really tricky.
I think we have access to sound modem, and I think.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I'm pretty sure there's like a really weird workaround for some minor things, but it's nothing crazy that we can really help or fix. Overpressure effects from shooting inside rooms. If you mean like suppression from muzzle brakes, I 100% agree that stuff should be added. And that would be very, very cool, because I do want there to be downsides to using stuff like muzzle brakes over a flash hider.
Yeah.
So yeah.
To ruining the sleep of others, how big will the next update be? This is, if I'm doing my math right, this is gonna be our biggest update yet.
Doing my math right.
Or at the very least, it will be huge.
It's the biggest,
really
no
excited about
doubt.
this.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, I expect everyone to be super excited when this new update comes out. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to discover.
Let's see.
When's the new update coming out?
Soon PM. So,
Perpetually 2 weeks away.
so.
Okay, cool. So right when I get back home. So, just because I'm gonna be that guy, don't release it until after I get home. How about that?
We're gonna hold it till you finish your contract, and then we're gonna release it. Just whenever it's convenient for you.
Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat.
If you want us to hold it a day or two, that's totally fine. We got you.
Yeah, Johnny, Sandstorm uses WIs, and yeah, it's really complicated. Let's see. Plans to include more plate carriers to choose from. Yes, that is coming next update. Let's see. Kiwi made some progress on sound mods. Yeah, they did. Why is the butt stock flickering? That's probably just a
lighting.
Game bug. Yeah, lighting.
And to review, somebody asked a question about adding new weapons. The biggest hindrance we have to adding weapons is trying to get the the animations right for each individual weapon. So that's something that we just recently got access to, and we're still, learning and improving.
Oh,
Damn,
shit.
that's embarrassing.
We lost?
So.
I saw it flickering. I went down to. Yeah, I saw it flickering and went down. That's what happens when we. When I start talking, man, I completely forget about the objective too.
I was up on Overwatch on the balcony. I didn't know they were capping.
That's okay. I was commander, and I forgot I was commander, so egg on my face.
Afro asked, the PMCs will have mixed weapons, right? Like the Western faction using AK. I think so. Not really. But like for Binford right now, we're kind of focusing, or at least PvP right now, we're focusing on having basically West and East have kind of semi-equivalent type weapons, if that makes sense, just to keep it balanced, but also they're gonna kind of make sense. So like Westerners are gonna use more AR style platform, Eastern gonna use more AKs, but there are also some that kind of meet in the middle and that kind of fall over to the other side.
Yeah. And I think you mentioned part of this earlier, but I think something that's important to echo is this is part of the reason we selected PMCs as kind of our faction style, is that it allows us more flexibility as far as what we want each team to have, and we don't want to be limited to like, oh, if we're doing like Russian army, what weapons does only the Russian army use versus like, okay, this is kind of a Russia themed PMC, so it's still possible they have access to like certain Western weapons or other international weapons, enough to keep it interesting,
Colors for stocks and rear grips. I'm assuming you mean pistol grips, but yeah. So I believe no, we don't. Okay, that's probably possible, but I'm not sure if that would take up too many blueprints. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, everybody in chat, I want you to know, so when it comes to, like, adding stuff, even, like, attachments, that costs blueprints, and blueprints are, just think of blueprints as space. We have to add stuff, and every item costs more blueprints. So, it is a problem with the mod tools at the moment. So, possibly.
Yeah, and part of our considerations as a mod team is being like as efficient with that space as we can be to make sure that we're focused on the stuff that is like most serves the mod, most serves the community. Even if at certain points that means setting aside our personal favorite thing, just to make sure that the mod remains like as community focused and as fun as possible.
Cool. What is a personal thing that you wanted to add that you have not added yet, or that you forsook adding? Let's call it that. Has there been anything like that?
I said mine earlier, but I will die a happy man once we have an M14 in the mod.
Okay. Yep.
And that of course requires custom animations. But we're hoping to do again aspirational like wood stock and polymer stock with kind of Black Hawk Down inspired paint optional.
Very cool.
Yeah, the fanboy in me psyched.
Yes.
Just the M14. Nobody else?
Nothing that I remember. Let's see.
One of the things on my list is to start working on AK stuff.
Some items are missing in ISMC but are in vanilla, Mosin Grease Bolt, some HE launchers, etc. Any plans to add them? I'd assume those are removed for blueprint reasons. Not 100% sure. I can follow up on that.
That's the
why
answer
does
that
the-
makes most sense to me. I didn't.
Yeah.
I saw that question and I was kind of thinking about it. But yeah, I think we focused on some of the less, either less popular or less integratable stuff.
Yeah.
To like, again, focus on our mod running smoothly. But yeah, hold tight for a more official answer on that because that's something I'm curious about too.
YPG faction, I believe we actually got some YPG patches done for the game. So it's possible. With factions, we have a lot of things in mind. A lot of things in mind. So,
yeah, I'm looking to expand upon that. I already got a bunch more selected realistic hijabs that they would wear.
Yep.
I want to go for like a much more representative version of them, so that it's they actually look gritty and battle hardened and stuff like that. I think they'll end up looking a lot better.
Let's see.
I also want all of chat to know that if it looks like we're playing poorly, it's because we're reading your messages. So like,
yeah, yeah, guys, stop talking. Just stop talking so we can play. My gosh.
I want somebody to chat like, look out for that guy over there.
Yeah, you're right. See you like a minute later.
Shit.
Oh, also, something coming next update that I think you guys will like. If any of you guys in chat have had problems with the reticle on ACOGs, LPVOs, etc. not being illuminated, and they're like really weird see-through, we are fixing that next update, and the reticle of ACOGs, LPVOs, and stuff like that will now be illuminated like they are in reality.
Yeah,
That's
I was
really
going to
good
ask you about that. So is there a night vision setting that I just haven't fucking discovered yet in this mod?
It's just
or
really weird. It's just really weird. That's,
really bright. Okay.
Just not sure why it happens.
Yeah, the closest thing to a fix for that I know is manually adjusting the gamma, but that is something that we want to improve.
Alright.
Captain.
I'm like, dude, I just gotta IR laser this thing because there's no way I can use it like an MV setting. Because someone mentioned that in my comments section. I'm like, I have never ever seen that in the mod at all. So.
What's that IR lasers with NVG?
Oh, having like the EOTech when I put on a night vision or whatever is completely flared, and I was like, man, if I could turn down the reticle or something.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, we haven't lowered reticles. We're talking about. Sorry, I'm not sure if I was clear. So if you use an ACOG, the reticle doesn't have any brightness. It's just see-through. It's like a weird red. So we fixed that. With EOTechs and aim points and stuff being too bright for night vision, we can look into that. I'm pretty sure it's just because of the way night vision in this game is done. Even though it looks really good, I'm pretty sure it's fairly simplistic. Yeah, that's probably why. Let's see.
That's just from like me injecting my little realism spew because EOTechs do have
no,
an
of
MV
course,
setting.
like yeah, they do. You're right.
And usually
same with aim point
or anything
P2s when they don't
magnified.
have it. Yeah.
Right. Usually anything magnified in a night vision is going to be blurred. So the fact that it's not, I guess, is for the
it's not
player
receiving
base.
enough light. Yeah.
Right.
Yep, I feel you. New Knights armament saw. That's a really good idea for a for another LMG to add. Is definitely something to be considered. It's a really cool gun. How about NGSW? I'm not sure if that would really make sense for PMCs to be using. Especially because it's so new. Maybe? What'd you say?
I did do the vortex scope for it. So.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah. Then maybe. Maybe. That's just me. Let's just say it was smuggled out of an armory.
Yeah. It's canon.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Hey, things can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Things can happen.
Fell
so
off
what
the
is
back
it
of the
that,
truck, you know?
Can you did we already go into in depth? Because I know we talked about in generic terms like what was coming in the update. Can we? Is there other than? I guess can we get more specific into that as far as what specifically is coming in the update, or have we already and I missed it?
I feel like we've gotten kind of specific. I'll kick it to the rest of the team to see if there's anything that they want to elaborate on as far as the technical side of things, because it seems like people are really enjoying that side of the conversation.
Yes.
I'm gonna go grab a drink of water real quick.
Technical talk when I'm being shot at.
He's like, man, I've been talking all day. Ground Branch ISMC has actually been mentioned earlier. I guess to summarize that, nothing official, but yes. Is that a good summary?
Essentially,
Yeah.
they're going
Our
to
team's
be.
our team, their team's stoked on our team.
Yeah, we're going to be working with them to give them early access to our modding tools and stuff like that, and then there's possible potential for closer collaboration in the future.
Yeah, and from a more like inspiration-based standpoint, like ISMC looked at Ground Branch and was like, "Whoa, what if that can happen in Insurgency?" So they've been a huge inspiration to us, and it means a lot to us to have their vocal support.
Because as far as the Ground Branch devs philosophy goes, they have a very open stance when it comes to modding. They want to let the player have the tools to create their own game modes and experience and everything within the game engine. So hopefully, when it comes to modding on Ground Branch for you guys, you won't run into as many of the problems as this game has given you with limitations in the way it's structured.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We definitely don't have to worry about a high and low ready, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Could you edit the map so when you look at it, where it looks like it's coming from an ATAC? I think that would be really cool. I'm not sure if that's able to be done because that's like an insurgency thing. It maybe if you're just editing the border, maybe you could legitimately put something on the edge of the map, like physically, and it would do that. I'm not even kidding. But I'm not sure if we could actually modify the map display. Gosh, you good?
A 433. What?
Oh, we've been in talks about that. Pretty sure Caden wants to model that actually.
Yeah.
These is just answering questions and like my
No, he did say that. I remember saying it a while ago. I mean, what's up on you?
It's been on the list for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I can say it would go nicely with the other HK weapons that we already have in the game.
Yeah.
I kind of put it off for a while because there's so many AR.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Makes sense.
One got inside.
Yeah.
These guys like to answer like super specific questions. I usually go for the more broad, like, what's your line of thinking? Where does this go?
Yeah.
Do you like pina coladas and caught in the rain or whatever?
Yes to part 1, no to part 2.
Yeah. John Galt asked for 1911 mods. I'm not sure if that would really make sense, but obviously they exist, but we are adding a 2011, which would make a lot more sense to be modular.
Yeah.
So that possibly.
Now that gets me a little excited because you don't see 2011s.
We gotta stay on the point.
Yeah, exactly.
We bailed a little early on the point.
Custom vehicles. Yes, we do want to do custom.
Oh, don't draw.
Stick together.
Let's see.
Jesus.
Is the Vortex red dot, is that ISMC or is that vanilla? Or the holographic, I'm sorry.
Vortex? Oh,
Yeah.
that's ISMC, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure on that one, but yeah, I'm really loving it. It's my first time really.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the red dot, like the spark. I'm like, we haven't implemented the Vortex spark
The
across
hollow sight, yeah, the VH1 or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Huey.
Now we're getting into specifics where I have a Vortex Crossfire and I'm like, when's that being added?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge Vortex fan.
Tech 9,
How do you
please, and
guys-
sideways shooting animations.
No, no. I'm gonna step in and say no. I'll quit playing. I'll quit. No, actually, I might do that as a gag just to fuck with it. But I'll be
Instead
like
of
mad
operator
and
training,
laugh
you
at it.
select. Instead of operator training, you get gangster
Gangster
training.
lean.
Yeah.
All got tilt
Exactly.
sideways.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hey, I want to drive chat nuts for a
I have
second.
issues.
Wait, I want to try something, and the modelers and animators are going to get pissed at me, but chat, I want to hear everyone say what's a gun that they want in the game,
Oh, no.
added to ISMC.
Oh,
and
son of a bitch.
oh, wait, you're going to hate me more. I promise we'll do one of them.
Oh no!
What? Hold on.
Wait,
Whoa.
we should
All
do a
right,
straw
hang on.
poll. We should do a straw poll.
That sounds like a challenge.
I can
Man.
do
I
a
made
poll.
the MDR
You know what?
into
No,
That sounds exactly like what a marketing guy would say.
Yeah, it does. Okay,
I'm
yeah,
gonna make
dude.
promises that I can't keep.
That is not my job to
Hold on
keep.
a second.
Yeah, I think, genuinely speaking,
Point
we want to
he
hear.
cannon.
Hang on.
Genuinely speaking, we want to hear what you guys want in the game. That's what
Yeah.
inspires us. Will we? I can promise we will try to add.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
5 point yeet
Hey,
cannon.
back
9. Oh no.
I was also assuming that, like, statistically speaking, like somebody's gonna say something that's like already on its way to the game, so I thought we'd be well
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah. Let's see. Any chance on double barrel 1911?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah. Hard,
Why?
We're gonna be adding a
hard
double
tap on
now we're
that.
getting
Go watch.
1911.
Go watch James Bond.
Yeah. Any plans to include a 416A5? We already have one.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Where is it?
G36C.
The Nelly M1014. That would be really cool. I'm not. So right now in Insurgency, there's only pump action shotguns. We might be able to like cut the animation off, so there is no pump. But the only problem is that it's side charging. So
Again, we hit that animation snake.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do a poll, Cobra. That's a good idea. Yeah.
I'm working on this. I'm back in. Hang on.
Everyone's in here like, God damn it, Alex.
What have you done? Any plans for an AN94? That's an interesting.
Holy.
That'd be really hard.
Double barrel shotgun, Nerf gun. Oh, they
Nerf
already got the. They got the well drawn.
Nerf gun.
Yeah, they also have the high point yeet cannon. Micro Uzi. 450. I'm assuming he meant 458. SOCOM.
Screw it. You can just start writing these down.
Who wants to write them?
Oh yeah, I just assumed somebody was keeping track of this.
There's a permanent record, right? So
I
Loading
got
while
it.
sprinting with operators training. That's a
That's
valid
a good
question.
idea. That's a really good idea, actually. Okay, let me see.
Big MCX. Taurus Revolver. Boo.
Is there a Mark 20 in this?
Let's see.
I mean, there's so many damn. Everyone keeps asking about the MCX. It's been mentioned. I don't know how many times.
Guys, we already have an MCX.
Yeah.
I'm
That is
actually
the
using it
fastest
right
we've ever
now.
been able to respond to a request. It's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, and the
I
416.
was. They were like, "How?" Because one of you guys popped in an earlier stream and was like, "Hey, man, how's the new MCX?" Because I was using it. And I was like, "I don't know. Let's find out." I don't remember who that was. Is that you, Alec?
Yeah, probably.
ARX.
Yeah, that was me. That was me also testing my voice comms. It's like, you can hear me, right? Tight.
Somebody
Yeah.
said incendiary flashbang. Are they? Like, what are they talking about? Like.
I don't know how that would work, but I imagine like seeing one of those fail in the door and being like, "Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's non-lethal."
Then it just explodes into flames.
Fucking firework goes off.
War crimes. Mark 19 handheld. Oh no.
Oh God!
Oh my gosh.
Don't get me started on having to explain war crimes in my fucking stream like every 10 seconds. Jesus, man.
Let's see.
Like I said, ooh.
Guys, there's no 416A5, or I just don't see. I just don't think you see it. It's in game, right, guys?
Before, wait.
Good.
I've literally lost track of the amount of weapons you guys have in this mod. Like I'm like, how are you in there?
It drops them now.
yeah, it's been so long since I've played regular Sandstorm now. I like don't even
Have the
remember what's
V5 version before.
vanilla, what's not.
Yeah.
We're gonna look into what happened to the A5. It was there, right? I'm not crazy.
I believe
It
so.
was.
It's
Was it a
camera,
blueprint
isn't it?
thing?
417. We've got the 417A5 that I worked on, and there was a plan to convert it to a 416A5. We just haven't got around to that. And
okay.
again, the whole too many AR
Let me write
weapons
that.
came into play.
Yeah, that's a good one to keep track of.
We make it like Arma. We can have like 50 million 416 variants.
Epic.
Again, it
Checkpoints.
comes down to blueprint counts. Like,
Yeah,
It's one of
exactly.
those decisions. It's like, can we add more AR-15s?
Incendiary flashbang shrapnel grenade.
Scorpion Evil.
I want to know
please
more
put that
about
on
how
there.
blueprints work. So, like, how is that? I mean, I know it's kind of basically saying, hey, you got how can you go more in depth on like blueprints?
It's like, so blueprints is like Unreal Engine's kind of like coding system. Like every weapon is built on blueprints. So that's how like the weapons are constructed. And the more we add to that, the more like blueprints it takes to get things working. So eventually we get to a point where we run out of how much space we can physically have to put these things in.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Put every gun in the world in the mod. Wow.
That's actually in the next update.
Sure.
Yeah, actually, it's coming next up. Same with every single piece of gear, and
yeah, you can just you'll have to do a Google search just to find it.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not rep not.
Plasma pistol. Plasma pistol. Interesting.
This is where we slowly start migrating to focusing on gameplay because now the requests are getting absurd.
Yeah.
I'm like losing my voice over here.
Is it night? I forgot.
God damn it. It is night.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah,
Let me give my
security.
get the quad nods.
I've got my 416 with an explosive launcher on it right now. Saw somebody asking about
Well,
that.
there it is.
And a silencer just to be extra confusing.
Johnny, you're writing all these down? Perfect.
Well, go to their Discord and bring it up later. Holy God, white light, shit.
Dude, I really wish night vision automation was a thing in this. Gotta do that.
I run white light all the time. It pisses everybody off.
Yeah. FNC, that's the first good one I've seen. I'm kidding.
That is.
But yes, I love the FNC.
I'll say it for you. That is the first good one you've seen.
Yeah, that's
actually a really good idea.
6 Raven Shield days.
Yeah, like that and heat, dude. And heat. Oh,
Oh,
Johnny, you're Temptor. Oh, that makes a lot more sense,
Solid
dude.
heat reference.
Okay, then yeah, write that down, Temptor. Thank you.
Was LVOA mentioned? Because I think we discussed that before.
The LVOA?
Yes.
That's possible.
I mean, not to grab another AR variant, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's something
That's the thing, man. Like, there's so many ARs.
Creature asked, this is actually a really, really interesting idea. You guys talked about custom game modes, but will those have different ROEs? That's actually really, really interesting.
yeah, that's a good one.
I haven't even thought of it, which is that's really cool and interesting. I'm
Okay,
not
wait,
sure.
let's workshop this for a minute. So what
Yeah.
different scenarios would we expect to see different ROEs? Like,
well,
like peacekeeping or what?
Yeah, or something like don't fire unless fired upon, like maybe stuff like that.
How about an HVI snatch? I don't know if that's
Yeah,
gonna
that
require
too.
some in-depth shit. So if
Yeah,
you're
that
doing
would
like
be
an
really
HVI
good.
snatch,
Yeah. Finish ARs, please. I'm not really sure. Like, not like. Are you asking
even mean?
finish or finish?
It's gotta be
Like,
victory.
So like,
that's probably what it means.
the thing about that is like, we already have regular ARs, so like, why add like, you know, rebranded ARs that are just finish? No offense to Finland, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, well, to kind of answer that question more broadly, like with the limitations that we've been talking about with the blueprint system,
Yeah, exactly.
we want to make sure everything that we add brings something like new and cool to the mod, or is like in high demand. We would love to add every obscure weapon and like experiment with them ourselves. And if our hands weren't tied, I'm positive there would be like people moving in that direction to like get an encyclopedic amount of guns. But yeah, for the time being, until we're able to kind of deepen that blueprint system or remove that constraint entirely, we really do have to have like kind of a prioritization and like sort of a temperance in how we go about it to make sure that it's all stuff that brings like the most life to the mod.
Yeah. Let's see. This guy asked about randomly generated machine gun emplacements and/or technical spawns. That's a really good idea. I love procedural generation and stuff like that, though the issue with that is just that I'm not even sure if the engine allows for it. But I don't do engine stuff, so somebody else can talk on that.
Here's a question. Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
There's
it's not
only two
big
of
deal.
y'all
It's
up,
like
by the way.
that's engine limitation. Like it's not really something that's on our radar. Like that's probably more work to that engine.
Ooh, last man warrior.
I just killed myself. That's not good.
Yeah, you didn't give him the pleasure. Well done.
There you go.
Warrior did it too. Oh no.
Oops.
I tripped.
Let's see.
How crazy are we gonna get? Like, and just to kind of get in depth, because are you going to, since we talked about like cycling knee pads and getting to that level of depth in the weeds,
Yep.
what about to the point of plate carrier customization of mag pouches and grenade pouches and whatnot to get to that kind of, I don't want to say stupid level, but is that
Yeah,
kind
I
of
got
where
it.
it potentially could go?
I'm not sure.
That's a
I
good
mean,
Like it's one of those ideas again. It's like a
It's a
potential.
fairly recent capacity that we've been able to unlock and start working on. But I think in doing so, there's also the element of like, okay, how far do we want to take this?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a criticism that I kind of perceive as praise that I see pop up like on the subreddits and in the Discord, where somebody goes like, I joined an ISMC server and it took me half an hour to customize things. Like, you can knock out a gun in 20 seconds if you need to. So like if somebody spent that amount of time, yeah. So if somebody spent that amount of time, that's just like, oh, you just got like really like deep into the system and far out. I think we want to be like cognizant of that as we do the like deeper customizations as well, to make sure that it's not something that would hinder people too much. And it's all the same philosophy. Like, does it increase like the amount of enjoyment and the amount of like actualization of the game?
Yeah, another thing too is potentially having different carrier options based on classes if we expand upon the class structure.
Yeah, that was a good other thing too, I guess, that leads into, since we have operator and team leader, is there any need or thought process on expanding roles at all? Or is that kind of like a good fill in where you're at? You feel stable?
Oh, we've talked about that a bit.
Yeah, that's actually been a discussion point recently with the kind of like expanded and the way that we're looking at PvP as it's still like taking shape. There's a potential for like a deeper class system and roles to have a place there.
And I guess that would kind of go into balancing. So I guess I'm kind of curious how you guys would balance that out for ISMC PvP, because I mean, if that, I could see the potential of it taking off and being its own little league. So you've got like an Insurgency Sandstorm PvP league, and then you've got an ISMC PvP league. If you know, I don't envy you as far as the balancing aspect, if that's how in depth you want to go with it. But
yeah, we definitely recognize like the level of challenge that balancing presents, and it's been a little bit of a luxury to set aside balance for like realism, authenticity, and just like general badassery in the PvE builds. But there are lots and lots of conversations surrounding balance and recognizing the you know, how important it is that if we do our PvP mode, that it's functional in a way that like stays fun. Because if a game doesn't feel fair, if it doesn't feel balanced, it stops being fun really fast.
Yeah, we've also talked about like several methods of balancing like artificially or naturally, if that makes sense. So like keeping stuff as realistic as possible and trying to have that like kind of natural balance set itself out, or artificially doing it. I have a feeling for PvP, artificial balance and just doing it ourselves is going to be much easier, because picking and choosing what guns to implement but at the most realistic capacity possible will be really tricky to do. So yeah.
well, that's why I kind of focus more on the modes, because with the modes, even in PvE modes, like if you were to incorporate different modes and PvP aspects, I mean, there's the amount of balancing to that as well. Like, flat, like when you guys start talking about modes, and you're like, yeah, we're playing around with the idea. I'm like, that kind of got me excited, but I know you don't want to speak on it per se.
Somebody asked about PVS-31s. Those are probably coming.
Yeah. Cobra, to kind of elaborate on that, like we're all super excited to talk about stuff. None of us feel like playing coy. What I'm conscious of is just like so much of the like discussion and experimentation process involves like discovery, and figuring out like what we are and aren't capable of. So I don't. We deal with letdowns all the time where we like have an idea and we try to implement it, and unfortunately the thing we reach is like this just can't happen yet, or under the current circumstances. And I want to spare the audience that that challenge. I want to tell them stuff that like we at the very least have like a solid idea of how to do, or foresee there being a solution to in the future, but not anything that like we really want to do and don't have like a at least perceptible way forward yet. Am I explaining that well?
No, you're good. See, I'm not trying to push to try to like. I just want to see where your mindset is at. Is what I'm getting at. Like, where are you guys like thinking in terms? Not.
Yeah, totally.
Not like, hey, do you have anything concrete? And if so, what is it? Or hey, what have you thought? It's more like I'm trying to more pick your brain process to kind of see where you're potentially trying to go with this, because I see it being like adding weapons and adding cosmetics and everything else. But I kind of feel like you guys are trying to push it a little bit further than that. So like that's kind of where I start to see, kind of want to pick your brain where it might potentially go in those aspects.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's all stuff that like as we figure out how to do it, we're gonna be super stoked to share. Except for the stuff that's on the Don't Tell Cobra list. I'm really sorry about that stuff.
Oh well, shit. Is there actually a list? There's my next question. Is there actually a list? Don't Tell Cobra list?
No.
We can't talk about the Don't Tell Cobra list. Actually.
Yeah, the Cobra list is Cobra list is on the.
Yeah, exactly. The list is on the list.
Okay. Yeah. List is on the list. Got it. Oops.
On another list.
First rule of Fight Club.
You don't want to know how many lists we have. It's very scary.
First rule of Fight Club, Don't Tell Cobra.
Right.
Yeah. Is it possible to add custom air support? Yes, we have actually been talking about custom a bit recently.
Yeah, and that's a great example of something that's like seems pretty possible at this point.
At a breaching charge, you can breach with C4, but the explosion is too big, so you have to be really careful. Can you tone down the explosions with C4 and have it vary? Yeah, that's a good idea. The only thing that is, like, how often would it be used and utilized, and would it really make sense? I do like the idea, though. It would fit really well on the slower pace servers. So possibly. Oh, and Alec just got domed.
Yeah, no, I was there for that. Can you put another round in me? My guy's like on the ground writhing around.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Please grab some inspirations from Black Powder Red Earth. I love Black Powder Red Earth.
I love BPRE.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with the game yet, you guys.
I've tried it. I didn't really get into it though. I only played it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I love the graphic novels though.
Yeah, they're really great.
Yeah, in fact, that's going to lead me to another question, because I'm going to ask you, like, not ISMC related. What do you guys generally, if you're not doing ISMC, you're not doing Insurgency, what other games are you taking for inspiration, or what do you enjoy playing?
I actually played Medal of Honor Warfighter recently, and I think that was really, really good, and there's definitely some stuff that
game got a bad rap.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why.
I saw that on your Discord live stream, I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Dude, I've been playing Medal of Honor literally since the first Medal of Honor on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And Warfighter was, I think, one of my favorite ones. Yeah. Nothing will ever touch Allied Assault.
One thing that like realism sticklers like me will appreciate about Medal of Honor Warfighter is they hold their handguns mostly correctly, which doesn't usually happen.
Mostly correctly.
There was
mostly.
That game that I noticed that I thought was really well executed. That's while you're firing your sidearm, and maybe while you're firing your primary, but as you're getting closer to the end of the magazine, the sound of the report changes. So you have
it does.
When you got like 3, 2, 1 rounds left.
I wish it was that easy to determine in real life, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a little like, gimme for the player from a game design aspect.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, that's super impressive. That's something.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, usually you just get that nice little bull lock.
Yep.
Let's see. So I just downloaded Emu Tarkov.
I used to play that quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Tarkov, Emu Tarkov.
Yeah, there's like the single player version. So I'm like, for somebody who's on the dev team for a shooter, I'm like not that fantastic at video games. But I love playing them. So
And
having
we all know your Shroud.
yeah, well, that's my Apex personality. Yeah, but so I've been playing that recently. One of my favorite games to play right now is my roommate and my cousin get on Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, I love that game.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun. It's just like the
It's so
perfect,
good.
like, relaxing yet super stressful game.
Yes.
And then I constantly have my character spend like all of his coins on beer, which is like a real life problem. Oh shit! I didn't. There. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, then you drink before each mission. Get the buffs and nerfs from it.
Yeah, actually, I had the blackout beverage and then started the mission, and it like bugged the game. It was super bad.
Or weakness spray. How about that? There we go. These guys are just gonna keep coming with the questions, man. I'm just like, all right, guys, go for it.
Oh, dude, I've seen the videos for Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. I unfortunately don't have a VR rig at my place, but I would absolutely fuck hard with that game.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. I played it and it is absolutely terrible from a gameplay
No!
perspective.
Why?
It is
Why would you do that to me?
It is one of the worst VR games, if not the worst VR game I've played in my life.
Oh my gosh. Man.
I'm sorry. I had to crush your dreams like that, but it's really bad.
Here's
The new Medal of Honor VR one, yeah.
Let me frame this from like a PR perspective. You go, it's wonderful, it's brilliant. Don't ever play it.
Yeah, we don't talk about. Yeah, somebody in chat said it right. We don't talk about Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. We don't talk about that game.
Medal of Honor Airborne was cool. I played that on 360.
Let me actually pull up the reviews for Above and Beyond on Steam for you. And
one of the things that I appreciate about Medal of Honor, at least like the second and third gen ones, is they had the sort of fluid aiming mechanic, where it wasn't just lean. It was like plant your feet and kind of dynamically move around cover. I don't know if you could hear my voice, but I physically did that as I was saying it. Just dynamically move around cover.
Hey, also, guys, let me know if you need a break. If like you're getting like we need to take an intermission or something.
Okay.
Since just have been like not.
What do those? Ooh, somebody asked a good question. What do we think about 6 days in Fallujah? So I'll say that if the stuff, let's say they were completely not lying and they are telling the 100% truth about every single thing they said in the trailer. If so, then I am incredibly hyped for the game, especially with the procedural generation type stuff. And a few of the little mechanics they said. Control Pairs actually made a very good video, explaining some stuff that would that if it came to the game, it would make it very, very good, and I 100% agree with every single one of his points in that video. Like, for example, if modding is added to that game, then it has the potential to be revolutionary, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because true procedural generation in a game like that really hasn't been done, to my knowledge.
No, not in that format.
Yeah, not in that format, not in that scale. Like, the
Yeah.
whole city can possibly be changed. It's... Yeah.
So I think one of the things that excites me about that, and this I'm going to categorize my reaction as cautious optimism. Like,
Yeah,
I really want that
like
to be
that.
cool, but
Same,
we don't have enough
same.
information yet for me to feel
Exactly.
confident about that. I love the focus on like CQC high tension
I agree.
fighting. I think that's something that's very underdone in shooters, and when it is done, it's more of like a set piece, like the house mission in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Clean House. That was so good.
Clean House, that's the one. Yeah, and like
I loved that mission.
that shit reminds me of SWAT 4, and just having that like really tense, like, okay, I have to go around this corner and look one way or the other, and I gotta flip a coin and hope I get it right. So I think it's really cool that they're trying to capture that. I agree with you on the procedural generation. I think that's the direction that games in general are going as that becomes more accessible as a feature. But yeah, that's going to make a very, very cool, like, I'm 31 at this point, and I love having games that I can boot up and play for, 30 minutes. And I think that's going to make it just like a really good long life game. Let's jump into Coastline, yeah?
Yep. See, and that's where, like, for that game, I'm actually focused on more of a, like, the gameplay mechanics and everything else like that. My focus kind of emphasis is on the story part, because I have buddies in 3.1 who were in Fallujah in 04. So I really, really hope that they drive home the narrative that they're trying to go for, which I'm still kind of trying to figure out what it is.
Same.
For that, going for that gritty kind of like rise and fall and tension and everything else. So that's really what is intriguing me about it. I mean, the procedural generation, I was like, wow, okay, now they're doing other gameplay mechanics to it that is going to make it more appealing for longevity, which is a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And open mod support, like imagine Arma style mod support in that game.
Yes, that would be insane.
Yeah.
I think it's the least surprising news that our opinion is it should have mod support.
Yeah, of course.
No way.
No, really.
So you were talking about the narrative. I think that makes me think that there's this interesting line that they have to be walking where, like, the perspective, at least based on the trailer, was like, war is hell and this is like the hardest thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
I think it's really difficult to like respectfully balance that with like, war sucks but games are fun.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be kind of an interesting, like, very like games as art moment to dial that in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
That'll lead into a
don't
follow-up
think
question for you guys later too.
I don't think it's gonna be too hard to do because like there are a ton of like veterans who love video games, Cobra, but and like I don't think it's gonna be too hard to do to say like it's a video game, so we're gonna try to make it enjoyable, but at the same time we're gonna say that war isn't something that should be generally like legitimately glorified, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's the
without
sort of like
me
ludo dissonance. What's the term? Ludo narrative dissonance. That people bring up for
Too big
Uncharted
word.
a lot. Like when the storyline and the gameplay sort of like disagree with each other from like a canonical perspective.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Drake is like a wisecracking kind of scrappy dude who has murdered thousands of people. So
Right.
I think it seems like that's something that they're paying attention to, and I don't have a veteran's perspective, but I'm just thinking about it like a game designer. Like that's something that I would want to make sure gets like that line gets walked, gracefully.
Right.
Johan Lee asks a really good question. Were you all
Yes.
expecting this mod to be received so positively and blow up so fast?
No. No. I mean, we all felt like we were making something cool. We didn't think that like we didn't think people would hate it, obviously. But I don't know. My reaction was like, this is a cool thing to do with my free time, and like I get to put like my passion for gaming in a constructive direction. And then people just started responding so wonderfully and so like upliftingly, and so yeah, for me that was just one of the most pleasant surprises of my year, which was a very unpleasantly surprising year.
Yeah, true. Just real quick to answer, somebody asked, this was a bit ago, but they asked if mods are coming to console. So that's not on us, but the reason they chose Mod.io, I believe, for Insurgency is so mods can come to console. So I believe that Insurgency ISMC will be on console. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is the hope.
Yeah.
There's the good old question. What was the opinion on NWI Chinese pack they cancelled?
What?
Yeah, so when
yeah.
most of us felt like it didn't really line up with the tone the game was trying to strike. I think we get where NWI was coming from, as far as like, if they've got like investors they need to please or whatever. But yeah, if we're again talking about like dissonance, then my personal opinion is that didn't fit well within the game, and I'm glad that they came around to that opinion as well.
Same.
Shit. It feels so bad for the artists that put their time into that though.
Yeah.
Because they probably like knew while they were doing it, like this is.
Yeah, that's true. They were probably kind of iffy about being assigned for that.
Yeah.
Well, they made the right call, in my opinion. But
yeah, I think so too, and the community responded really positively when they made that call. So I think it was a good moment for them too to like show the community that they're trying to listen.
Yeah.
I know that's been one of the kind of subjects of conversation, at least in the subreddit, is like people didn't feel like NWI was listening to them, and that moment really changed that conversation in a positive way.
How did you guys, I guess, start to? Because I assume like you guys had your set key personnel when this started. You guys like, are you guys expanding at all? Are you looking to like make this? I guess for ambitions, are we looking to? What exactly you're looking to as far as like expansion for like the future of this? I say that because we got on like narrative-driven storytelling, right? Is that a potential avenue you want to pursue?
For
Possibly?
ISMC?
Even for ISMC, but let's say, has there been thought process on doing something else with the same team?
Can't really speak on that.
Might be like,
We can't really speak on that.
It's, kind of tailing off your question
Too
from
much.
earlier about like the level of excitement and surprise that we had with people responding so positively to this. Like that's something that we're still kind of processing as well and realizing, we work really, really well as a team. Like,
Yeah.
in a way that's, I think, pretty rare and pretty valuable. So we're definitely keeping perspective on that
Yeah.
and talking about like, well, if we can do this, like what else can we do? But right now our focus is basically completely on ISMC and continuing to make this as good as we can make it.
I need to reload.
Yeah. Good answer.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh,
opinion. Good answer. Will there be visible view models for holster weapons like RPG slung on the back and holster, etc.?
I believe that's coming next update, correct?
I know that's been discussed. I didn't see it on the next update.
99% sure that I heard that somebody had figured that out.
I think it's right now it's more of a replication issue, but we've been having success with replicating morph targets, so it could be something that's worked out very soon.
Okay, then possibly. Don't want to spread false hope.
No, for the rest of the class, say what you mean by like morph targets.
So
For the rest of the class.
Not for me. I know what's up.
Targets are, they allow the mesh to be deformed so that there's less clipping when there's multiple models overlaying each other. So, for example, knee pads, we have morph targets for the legs so that when the knee pads are applied, they don't clip through the knee pads. So there's things like that for various different equipment pieces of gear.
Right on. That's a good explanation. I appreciate that.
Imagine if Activision had the ISMC mod guys work on Modern Warfare. That would be a very cool opportunity.
Did work on.
Well, yeah, he did. Yeah, that's true.
There's a story.
That's true.
Yeah, imagine if the ISMC guys had Modern Warfare guys.
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, imagine if we did. Oh, wait.
You do? Okay. See,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
We do have somebody who has worked on Modern Warfare.
In what capacity?
He can emphasize further on that.
Working with
Yep.
motion capture.
Ah.
So, yeah, the main character cutscenes.
One of the most impressive parts of the entire game, the animations.
Oh,
Yeah.
No big.
Yeah.
What about
No big deal.
civilian AI? I feel like that would be really cool, but the AI would probably have to be made from scratch compared to how current AI is. Models shouldn't be a hard thing to do, though.
No. Yeah, the AI would be the most challenging part of that.
Yeah,
And that would probably open up your game modes too.
yeah, and ROE stuff.
Mhm.
Also,
I like
have to
how these
make sure they
questions are
don't
starting
give
to,
you
like, tie
kills
into
when
each
you
other.
kill them.
Yeah.
I'm glad Beho said it because that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, you could make this a dev team for a game. Is what I was trying to push for.
Yeah,
but
can't speak on that part.
Yeah.
not saying a word.
Maybe who knows what the future holds? Like, I think that's something
Yeah,
that
good answer.
if that became a possibility for us, that'd be something we'd all be psyched about.
Good answer.
The ability to take our passion more seriously.
The amount of
There's
work.
subtle hints being dropped that aren't so subtle. Moving on.
We are in fact moving on. All right. Let's
As
see.
placeholder, you can spawn
Yeah,
it. Well, yeah.
but then again, the AI, and like also if we just did that, there would be no penalty for shooting them. So you could literally just mow them down. There would be no incentive not to.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
I guess morality would be the incentive.
I mean, who has morality when playing this game?
I don't know. You're talking to the guy who drove on the sidewalk in Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's like, ooh, look at the physics.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love ragdolls?
Let's see. I mean, from what I got, you will have to rework a lot of things for game modes. I guess AI rework would also be possible. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. I mean, like, we have AI mods that exist. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think cool idea and something worth exploring.
War crime simulator.
Here's an idea. What about different time periods? Have we talked about maybe potentially doing something like that?
For now, pretty much focusing on modern. Just because we want to flesh it out as much as we can. Maybe if we somehow make the best modern shooter in the world, we'll switch to like World War II. But I'm not, you know, it's definitely not a priority.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Day of Infamy, and I recognize like the platform itself lends itself well to you know, different eras. That's nowhere on our radar right now, but I can personally say that like that would be sick if we pulled that off.
Definitely.
Maybe in the distant future.
Yep.
I don't know how many of you guys played Day of Infamy, but like that was my shit before this came out.
Yeah. ISMC Vietnam. ISMC Rising Storm. Vietnam. Funny. Roadies, yes. Rhodesian camo everywhere.
ISMC 1776.
Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Jeez, muskets.
We're gonna start working on musket animations.
Take down those turncoats.
They're 40 seconds long.
So realistic, you have to write the Constitution.
Oh wow. I think there was a talk about I don't know if we mentioned already different call for fire not animations but different call for fire features. Was that something that was potentially discussed?
Like different air strikes
fire supports?
Like that?
Right, fire support, yes.
Yeah. So we have discussed that a bit, and it should be possible, I believe. From what I understand, we're also aren't we also able to change models of stuff like the helicopter, like to make it like Russian or something like that?
Yeah, this is something that like we've been exploring lately and seeing is very possible. And yeah, our hope and our intention is to include that in the game as soon as we're able to.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you guys going to include bayonets? I mean, Geisley is making a bayonet mount. I don't know why they are. I mean, could be modeled off of that. Yeah.
Cold War gone hot scenario. Okay, we're fishing net.
All right, now we're playing 83.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what the Rising Storm devs are working on, right?
Yep. Also, there's another game. It's like I just today. That looks actually really interesting. Yeah. At being charged for war crimes. But what would the charge be? You get banned for 5 minutes?
Oh God, here we go.
Okay, wait. I actually have something for this. Do you remember the old school America's Army games?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would legitimately have to sit in a military prison if you friendly fired too much.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it was silly.
What's the ISMC Dev's opinion on Modern Warfare? We basically use Modern Warfare as the highest benchmark possible.
Yeah, I think individually, I don't know if ISMC, the entity, has an opinion on it. Individually, I have not talked to a member of ISMC who isn't just categorically stoked on it.
Yeah, we've used it as a benchmark for so many things. We've used it for examples, we've used it for references, all that crap, because it's just such a good game, and the way they executed so much of the stuff that we want to do is so well done that we can take so much inspiration from it. Yeah, that is the game that comes to mind when I like try to explain to somebody what I mean by buttery when I talk about a shooter. Yep.
Buttery.
That is in fact a buttery game.
Like I say that, you know exactly what I mean.
Kind of random, but anybody remember the old Full Spectrum Warrior game on the Xbox?
Dude, yeah, that 10 Hammers, the second one. That was a game that like I think made me mature as a gamer because I tried to play it as a shooter initially and was just mad and confused. And then went back a few years later, like at least Next Generation appreciated it way more. Also, we're losing Bravo.
I was going to say, we're losing the cap,
That's a problem.
Oh, shit. We're pushing too hard. God damn it.
Modern Warfare on that technical level, just not very keen on the cosmetics in TTK. So yeah, I agree. The thing with the cosmetics is there are a lot of like weak skins, of course, but if you do look at them, especially for the amount of cosmetics they release, they're incredibly detailed.
Yeah.
Which is really cool how they do that stuff.
The one criticism I have for that game, and I don't even know if it's something avoidable, but like I wish I didn't have to buy another hard drive to play it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't like
COD as it is, but I have to install Warzone and then play Call of Duty Modern
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice if they segmented it in a way that
200
you know,
gigabyte time.
Well, which is funny because
Actually, I
like
think
that kind of reflects one of the criticisms of ISMC is that like, oh, you know, downloading that when you're joining a
Mod
server
size,
can be hard. So that's something that, you know, we take to heart and we're conscious of, and we've made efforts in the past, successful efforts, to reduce mod size and make the thing just as efficient as possible.
Let's see. When will I be able to host a Bin Laden raid?
What are you doing Saturday?
Well, when there's a Bin Laden, first of all, when there's an Operation Neptune Spear map, and then we'd have to make DevGru gear of the time, and then also
Oh boy.
model Bin Laden.
I have a good answer for this.
Yeah,
Dude, make it. Check this out.
just
We were,
make-
like in July of last year, we were all dudes who just like playing Insurgency, like, and we all joined together and we do stuff every day that like we not only didn't know how to do before, but like didn't know that we could do. You know what I mean? And ISMC and Cobra, this is one of the things we were speaking about earlier, like plans for expansion. We are always looking for like people who are passionate about the game to come and join us, and you can be involved
definitely.
in basically whatever capacity you want.
You'd be very surprised how accepting we are of new members. If you contribute, we will 100% like look into you and consider you.
Yeah, yeah. It's the thing that we value most is kind of what I was touching on earlier is like kind of team unity. But we also love like educating people with like ISMC as a platform, like teaching people how to do things that they didn't know how to do before. And just creating like a really kind of positive community-driven atmosphere. So, if creating content is something that you're curious about at all, come hang out, talk to us about it. We'd love to show you what we know and show you what you're capable of.
Well, I'll volunteer. If you guys do ROE, I'll volunteer myself as a consultant if you'll take it, because I don't want that to get into the weeds pretty bad. A lot of people confuse a lot of things that are not applicable.
Yeah, I mean, if that comes up, you would be my first call.
Thank you.
Me and the boys hunting for Bin Laden. Somebody
One
said
thing
for
that I feel like
COD.
that.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Okay, somebody said for COD. I legit think they made it so big that because you'd only play it instead of other
Blow
games.
it.
You can only have it installed. Oh,
Pretty much it.
we just got capped.
Warrior.
I'm
I
back.
don't even know what his face looked like because of that net thing.
Yeah. Look into my eyes. You have
hit
full
the
eyes.
Right side, Ellie.
I am completely out of primary, guys.
That's a problem.
All right, I'll take front.
Pushing on you. We're gonna cross.
I got right. Going left.
Left. Yeah. See ya. Take his primary.
Ah, shit.
On your right, Justin.
Dead
Somebody
checking
got
is a
me with
war
the
crime.
wrong-
Yep. That is literally the biggest thing that I encounter that is completely false.
You know, we talked about like what games that we play outside of our work on ISMC. How about a little bit like a meet the devs? What do you guys like to do when you're not doing video game related things?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Shooting and dry fire a lot.
Yeah, I mean
Easy.
that's part of what makes you an expert for this.
Shooting with ammo prices right now.
Hence
Not
the
a
dry
lot.
fire.
Yeah. Can ISMC have my children? I'm not sure.
We'll look into
I
that.
don't think it works like that.
We'll get back get on that after some scripting and things are looked into, right?
Yeah, we actually had a bug
Scripting.
earlier where we kept having your children, and I think we resolved it.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Now there are many ISMC babies roaming the world.
No, I was actually looking into, and I'd never considered before, was actually looking into airsoft.
Dude, 100%. It's a super good training tool.
I guess I have a
I had
feature
never.
request.
What's that?
I would love a free cam for the spectator when you're dead.
That'd be nice. Oh wait, I thought you could do that.
I'm gonna chalk it up to an NWI thing too.
The lack of
Yeah.
Poor guy can't find his ammo, so he has to dry fire. No, dude, I dry fire even with a ton of ammo. Dry fire is the way.
Well, okay. Talk about what each dry fire and live fire brings to your training.
Wait, isn't this like an ISMC stream though, but not like a shooting? I don't know. Okay, I can go into that on it.
This is an ISMC with the devs, with the ISMC.
All right.
Right, this is a meet the devs section.
All right, I can go into it. All right, so
I'm curious too.
yeah, the reason you dry fire along with live fire is because you can't be at the range 24/7, and also there's a lot of things that you can accomplish in dry fire that you can also accomplish in live fire. So like for example, reloads. Like if you really are low on ammo, then you might not want to waste rounds working reloads and just work those in dry fire, and then fundamental like actual trigger pull and distance work in live fire. Stuff like that.
Okay. And I'll caveat off of that, the military does dry firing. They call it snapping in. You will literally arrange like recruits around a barrel, and they will put their optic and everything else and assume the position on a black dot on the barrel to snap in and literally practice trigger squeeze, sight picture, sight alignment, breathing control, trigger control, all that for hours before we even go to the live range to qual. So you call it snapping in, you can call it dry firing, you can call it whatever you want, but even the military does it.
Dry fire is the way to go. I guarantee you that every single good shooter dry fires.
What about the grandpas that say dry firing damages your gun?
They're FUDs. Well, okay, so
I think firing bullets damages
Stop using old ass guns.
yeah, exactly. Stop using guns that actually break with a dry fire. Get a good gun.
Yeah,
It's
a simple machine powered by explosions. It has wear and tear.
it's not gonna break from a little click.
That is your buying.
Yes, airsoft is also a good force-on-force trainer. Granted, not as sophisticated, but still.
If you use it for its intended purposes and you utilize it in that manner, it can be. I mean, you're not going to be using it for a force-on-force as much as munitions or have the
100%. Yeah. I'd definitely Sims, but yeah.
Yeah. But
Sims and UTMs are still the way. Yeah.
Hey,
Sims are definitely. Huh? Yeah. Sure.
Do you want to call in some air support while we're here?
Oh, I can. You know what? I can do that.
That'd be
Alright,
tight.
let's see. Where are you?
Give him some fireworks.
Oh, you're up here. Alright. It's fireworks time. Alright. Oh, that's... There we go. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like
Skinny,
this.
skinny. I got all that on camera.
I'm about to transition this to an Ask Me Anything.
Yeah, Pats for Patsy. That's a very good video. Snap caps. Yeah.
We can do 10 minutes of AMA.
I have snap caps that I use for malfunction practice, but you don't really need them if you're dry firing with like a good striker.
Yeah, I would say as far as a weapon manipulation standpoint, this is my personal opinion, that if you can emulate it, it's probably the closest you're going to get to emulating, other than doing it for real or having simunitions. I will say it's the closest you're going to get. Not that it's 100%, but it's the closest you're probably going to get.
Since we're off topic a little, P320 or Glock 19, I'd prefer Glock 19, personally.
Do you agree that just comes down to personal preference?
Partially. I'd say partially.
Everything is... I would say most things are shooter preference.
So, the thing with Stags that I dislike is their bore axis. Granted, that's not much higher, but it is higher than Glocks. And also, yeah, that's pretty much it. I also just like Glocks better, just controls-wise.
Yeah.
I'm going to shift you. What advice would you have for a budding modding team?
For what?
A budding modding
For like
team.
a fledgling modding team.
Oh.
Yes. Yep.
I think work on culture immediately. Work on like organizational culture immediately. Make sure it's a scenario in which people can bring their ideas and not feel criticized, and can disagree and not feel wronged. I think that's one thing that our team does really well. Is we have enough of a positive rapport and enough respect for each other. There's lots of things that we disagree about, but it never crosses into like personal offense or anything like that. It's just like, oh, we recognize each other's perspectives and we respect each other's opinions.
You suck that you don't want this.
Exactly. So it brings in discussion, which I think is really, really healthy for the mod. And whatever you're creating brings in like a lot more kind of radical ideas that can be really, really cool and really, really differentiating. And we're insurgents.
Bro.
Okay. Doing that and not having it be something that's discouraged is, I think, extremely important.
It might be ritual time, guys.
All right. I got a Molotov. Who wants it? Deej, put your face right here. Put your face. Yeah.
You missed!
You
Angry
moved.
Baker said, is it a stock Glock 19 or Glock 19 after you spend a grand having slide? I'd still prefer a stock Glock 19 versus a stock P320. Personally.
I prefer the P320 myself. I don't like the grip angle on the Glocks.
Yeah, which is fine, obviously.
Yeah. And
I've used P320s. I'm okay with them. It's just,
I also prefer 6. But yeah, Glocks.
Yeah,
I recognize like the mechanical achievement that Glocks are. They just don't feel as good in my hand.
Can we die?
We're not dying.
It's feeling like we're not dying.
And for
I'm
console
taking
command.
damage. I'm taking damage.
There we go.
There we go. Cool.
I don't think I'm taking damage. What the hell?
Everyone's mentioning jams. We've already kind of discussed that. I don't think that's something that they stated was going to add. Yeah,
It's like it's possible in the far future. That's what I'll say.
Which question was that?
But weapon malfunctions.
weapon malfunctions.
Yeah, that's both a logistical and a philosophical consideration for us. We touched on that earlier. Make sure to come back and watch the YouTube video when it gets posted.
Let's see, Cobra and Prowlaz. Can you guys type kill in the console so we don't be inserted?
I was looking for someone to kill me.
Oh shit!
It's fine.
Oh, in the console.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeez.
Is there anyone else out there that likes the stock gold bracket or Glock bracket irons? I like Ameriglows. Ameriglows are really nice irons.
I usually don't choose Glock, but I can shoot a Glock really well. I don't know why. A Glock 22 in particular.
Even though I shoot a Glock 17 really well, I just don't like them.
I can keyhole shit with a 22. I don't. I guess it's biomechanically good for me.
All right, death time again.
I killed myself too quickly and I respawned.
When will the ammo gouge end, bros? I feel you, man.
What's the death command again?
Kill in the console. All right, we got to do this one more time after this, then we're good.
And the ammo gouge ends after the graphics card gouge ends.
Yes. Who's young rich?
That's Caden.
Oh, okay. Caden, you there?
Caden, can you die, bud? Me? No. There we go.
He's fighting back against the invisible force. Yeah, I believe Federal was saying that.
I'm about to go pick on some guys I haven't said much. Where are you? Cypher? Aiden?
Yeah, let's get these guys going. Cypher's one of our he works with me in marketing. He does a lot of like design and video stuff. He's got some great concepts we've been talking through.
One more death.
Hi.
Hi, Cypher. Tell me about the video editing and stuff that you're doing.
Sure. So yeah, I don't really do video production or editing mainly, or not mainly, but yeah, for the ISMC mod, that's what I primarily have done so far. My, I guess, talents are officially in web development and design, which is what I'm going to be trying to bring to the ISMC team in the future. For now, I work with video, primarily creating GIFs. So you might have seen, if you frequent the Insurgency Sandstorm subreddit, or just the Insurgency subreddit.
Yeah, it's literally been top post every time.
Yeah,
Love
some
those
of
things.
those like 6 to 15-second GIFs showcasing some of the work that the wonderful ISMC team has been doing on the weapons. Yeah, those are my doing. So it's really just a lot of
Cypher, can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure.
Can you die really quick?
Oh yeah, sorry. I got
Same
so
with-
carried. I got so carried
Same
away
with
the market
Laden.
speak. I get to speak
Laden, can
one
you,
time.
That taken out of context just sounds so bad.
Yeah, I don't mean to derail the conversation, but if you don't mind dying, that would be
Sure, I'll die
super
real
helpful.
fast. No problem.
Hey, can you die? Thanks.
Just real quick.
But yeah, that's me.
119. Was that faster? Oh wait, no, that was the round. Never mind.
That's round.
Gosh, we haven't beaten. We got to beat that speed run. 3 minutes. That's a long speed run.
That's a slow down.
Okay, just because Travis Haley uses the word mild mechanically does not mean he invented the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Okay. What? Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to use that word because
He
some other guy
patented
uses
the word. He actually patented it.
Holy god.
Other scenarios. Let's see if we can get my village day.
Travis Haley actually patented biomechanical. Can you
you
stop
build-
your-
Wait, what's building sweeping? I haven't done that one.
What's they talk to him like this?
We got to biomechanically fix it in the civil environment. I am Travis Haley. Okay, let's do this.
Trademark.
Trademark.
Ah, Jesus.
Operator. Alright, I'm interested in this map. I'm very interested.
Cool. I'm rolling with the AR-15 with 300 black.
Nice,
My
nice.
favorite build. I always try to like push into other ones and use different ones, but I always come back.
Let's see. Have you seen Travis Haley sniping in Sandstorm? There's a video. I assume you mean a real... If so, yes, I've seen that video.
That was actually the first video I actually saw of him at all.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there we go.
Alright, plan for keeps this time.
Playing for keeps. Alright. Chat, take a back seat. Sit down. Just kidding.
Yeah, who else on our team hasn't been super vocal yet?
I'm kind of scared of this map.
Me too.
So Cypher, do you also do the Twitter postings too? I would assume.
That's
I do not.
bacon.
That's bacon.
Okay, that's bacon.
Preaching. Cover the hallway. Here, I'll go left.
All right.
Target down.
Ha, it's a Cypher. You need to be a voice actor.
open door. Break.
Grim wants a voice. Who does the? We haven't done any new. Oh shit! Yep, that corner.
That dynamic entry right there. There we go.
Yo, I'm back. I had to grab a coffee.
Toilets are clear.
Toilets are clear.
I kicked in one of these doors. There's a guy just standing on a cardboard box like a cat.
Of course.
Crafty.
Oh, under the stairs. There we go. He's under there. I don't like stairs. I hate these.
On you.
I'm going up to third
He's
floor.
guy's standing on top of boxes as well.
Oh my god, that was embarrassing.
That corner, guys.
Alex down.
Oh
Sorry,
my
I knocked him
god.
down with 30 rounds. You're good.
We went up the stairs backwards. Like, dude was just sitting there like, this is. Am I supposed to shoot these guys? This is too easy, right? But they're not even looking at me.
Oh my god. What's this area?
Oh
was
no!
cleared.
Oh.
I got
I
logged off the server. For some reason.
Ready?
Try reconnecting. It was probably because you were AFK.
I was moving.
Short room.
Oh, that's an issue then. Dude, I breached a door. I killed a guy to my left, and I look behind the door. I shoot, and my gun goes, and I'm like, oh no!
Go
I like how we're being systematic and methodical.
There's still a guy on the second floor, or multiple guys.
Dude, I'm grabbing a shotgun.
I wish you could move a bit slower in this game.
Room clear.
Well, you can, but like
Now check behind that door.
too slow. Easy
Clear.
breach. Look at that. Easy.
I'm sorry. I feel like you asked me a question 3 floors ago.
Yeah, you just got way too immersed. You're just like screaming, breaching, contact
No,
down.
that's what I really do for ISMC. I just scream a lot.
Yeah,
I'll stick
dude,
with that,
voice
dude.
actor.
Yeah, so
Whoops.
I'm trying to drag my dead character
Yeah.
outside.
There we go.
Grim asked earlier if you were going to let my voice and his voice be in the game. I was like, I don't know if they're doing audio yet.
How sick would that be, man?
I think that would be really, really
love
cool.
that.
That
Once
is
we get
something we
voice-
would love to
I
have
would love that.
access to eventually.
Yeah, that would be really, really cool.
But we're limited.
Cyber's got a great voice.
Are they respawning in here?
crap. They might be. Wait, where's A? Where's the
going-
objective?
I'm going to like
So-
rooms that have been cleared and there's guys in here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're
Um,
respawning.
They must be respawning.
Yeah.
You guys,
Oh,
so
we're in hell. Okay.
you know how Takeo joined, the new guy? He's one of my friends. Wait till you guys hear his voice. He has a really good voice for a voice actor. There was the ability.
So it's like,
Nice.
what? Do we have to kill them all at once in order to win? Like,
Do you guys have audio, guys, or is that something that
Nah,
we're
sadly.
looking at?
Not yet. It's not a capability.
We have
yeah.
we have somebody, Rare Kiwi. They've been working on some audio stuff, some stuff out, but it's
We
like,
have, like
eh.
audio engineers. Me and Ted can both do audio work, but there's no means of getting it into the game. Like,
Yeah.
We just hit a complete wall
Okay.
with that. We can't do that.
Yeah. But we do have aspirations.
NWI not
towards
letting you,
that.
huh?
It's just it's just not
I don't
something the
know if
mod
it's
kit
not
has
that they're not letting us,
has native
or it's
access
like
to
a
yet.
foresight on their part. I don't think they expected anyone to kind of take it this far.
I think I agree with that.
Oh,
I think
glad you
we've I
did.
think we've surpassed their expectations.
That's funny.
Yeah.
One of my friends just DM'd me, "Hey, I think I hear your voice in this live stream." To you?
Mom, I'm on TV.
I'm on TV. That's funny.
What's the deal with a Russian foregrip on an HK? It's a stubby grip. I don't know what you mean, like a tango down
Like literally
grip?
just a tank. That's an American grip. What is he talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tango down grip. Like, what do you?
Even
Yeah,
if it
yeah,
was a
yeah.
Russian grip,
I
I
like,
thought this was
why
America.
not?
Yeah, like stubby
Uh,
grips or stubby grips.
Either way, that gets answered your question with shooter's preference, and it's my life. I do what the fuck I want. There you go.
True.
on.
This is America.
Part of the fun, man. Like freedom of choice, you know.
We're actually in unspecified stand right now.
last man, Justin.
The best kind of anxiety is tactical
Oh, I am
anxiety. True.
great.
That should be embroidered on a pillow.
What?
Where the hell is?
The best kind of
I'm
anxiety.
ready to
we
go
Yeah.
down.
Anxiety.
Yeah,
Can
tactical.
we determine where
anxiety.
Alpha is?
I think it's the whole
Um,
building.
I'm having
I think
tactical anxiety right
Alpha-
now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Come on.
What? I cleared that, huh?
Yeah,
what
I
I've been
think
saying.
this map may be in the experimental phase.
The
I don't know how
Taliban has developed
efficient-
teleportation technology.
Yeah, I like this map too, Grim. But you know, it's kind of a problem that they're respawning.
It's like CQB limbo. You just keep clearing rooms until the last man drops.
That's right.
Yeah.
I kind of like
Trying
it.
to find where the fuck Alpha is.
So like you just start.
What this thing is.
So you just start ground floor, clear up, and then you start clearing down, and then you just go back
Is
up
this
again.
what hell? Is this what hell is like? Infinite clearing.
Yeah.
It won't stop.
I mean, this is also like, I don't know, maybe it's good training, just like,
It actually is.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
actually what this is. Yeah, that's sick. I like
The
that.
only issue with it is that you can memorize the layout. That's the only issue.
yeah.
That's true of any,
Magic
any
House
map, though.
Like a full production map that's like 7 buildings.
Oh,
and
the
each
map
one-
page
Oh,
says.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
the-
it's something like-
Checkpoint you clear.
somebody
yeah,
went to the
but-
map page. They said you have to turn off respawns and defend waves.
Okay.
So want to like do
okay.
a sweep through and then like do the ritual.
Yeah, let's do one more sweep and then we'll kill ourselves to escape hell.
Yeah. Actually, should I autocannon the building first? It's not going to do anything, but it'll be cool.
Fuck it, sure.
All right, I'll do it on the other side so none of you die.
Let's role play this out.
That voice. Hold on, I'm gonna pick on.
I won't even be mad if you kill me.
Hated. I'm picking on you now. You're a modeler?
That's right.
You're a model?
He's a very talented modeler as well.
He's a supermodel.
Okay, so what models did you work on?
So currently I've worked on the Sonic Pro first floor. That's been implemented into like builds.
The new build, yeah.
It's gonna come soon. Then
Oh, the new build, okay.
on the 2011s. So yeah, that's the first we were talking about.
Whoa. Okay.
A lot of new stuff is his stuff, and he's also working on some other stuff for a certain very cool project that's upcoming.
Certain very cool project. You got it.
A certain very cool project.
I know.
That's what we're gonna call it. Super very cool project TM.
Yep, that's the working title.
Yep.
Super very cool project. I like it.
Super very cool project. One word, actually.
SDCP.
Man down.
Man down, no.
I'm dead.
You're just rolling on the ground. I am dead.
That's my girl.
Yeah, I know my bot silenced you. So how do you are you guys, when you do your modeling, are you actually getting? I mean, I'm sure you take images from like the internet or whatever and utilize them. I don't know if people actually have access to some of this hardware or.
Yes, it's very like. I use Omega uses Blender. And Prowlaz, that way we just put reference on 9 and pretty much trace on top. Try to make the thing into a
It's funny because we're both weapon artists that I don't think either of us have ever held a real weapon.
It's funny.
For the art side, we play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And yeah, so they use reference pictures and yeah.
Yeah, the goal is always verisimilitude. I think we do a pretty good job of that.
I'm surprised someone else uses that word other than me.
Verisimilitude? It's a really good word. It's like
yeah. Everyone else likes to use the word immersion, but
Immersion.
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 But my immersion.
Voices drowned
Yeah.
out by gunshots.
And Warrior J.
Wait, we're actually capping. We almost capped. What the heck?
No, we're capped. Yeah, stalemate. We're on a stalemate.
Yeah, we gotta kill a guy.
Yes, sir.
Can we get the audio increased?
He'll reveal himself.
The audio, I've already have the audio knocked down to 33%. I guess I'll go down to 25%. Why not?
What? I kill a dude and it's a stalemate again. Okay. Oh yeah, because there's two of us. That's why. Oh, found him.
It's probably
What?
more guys respawning.
Yeah, they're respawning every second.
Oh, shit. Well, this will be fun.
They're respawning every kill. Like it's going up by like 0.1.
So you're not supposed to loot. You're not supposed to lose a lot of your dudes. You're just supposed to constantly like hammer them. Got it.
Well, no, you're not even supposed to have respawns enabled on this map apparently.
Whoa.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so we're doing it a bit. Oh, sorry, almost killed you.
We gotta kill him quick. Is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Come on.
Guys,
Yeah, Alex,
it's
it's
the ritual.
I wish we
Yeah.
had SWAT gear. This would be
Alex,
such a cool SWAT map.
it is known that
Right.
that the bolt carrier on the 416 actually clips through. It is known, so it's being worked on.
Yeah. But thank you for the heads up.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And there's also a section on the Discord that if there's little stuff like that that you notice, usually it's stuff that we've already noticed and are working on, but never hurts to bring it to our attention.
Yeah.
Okay, chat. I'm gonna try to push this for another 8 minutes, and then I'm probably gonna wrap it up here just for these guys. These guys have been going for like 2.5 hours. I'm actually pretty impressed.
I mean, I don't have to pee that badly.
That bad. Oh wait, should we ritual it and then do
Wait,
the other
why am I
map?
the only person who killed himself?
Yeah,
You guys said!
I killed myself too. Don't worry about it.
It's like a cult that just decides last minute, like, nah.
Nah, no thanks.
He kills himself. It's like, what the fuck?
Somebody asked, is there PvP or only PvE? So basically, right now there is PvP and PvE technically, but the PvP is not played right now very much, if at all. So next update, there's going to be a huge balance patch and everything like that, and should become more popular. So, yeah.
We hear the amount of demand for PvP, and it's something that like we really want to get right, and we're working on really hard. So you're going to see a lot of updates to that in the near future.
100%.
Omega last man.
Omega's just going to solo this.
Okay, let's just go.
Let him.
Capped.
He's really
That's a
good.
really
This is great for him.
It's a really sexy gun setup.
That is. I was kind of admiring that as well.
Yeah, I like the armor.
Nice. Okay.
Nice, nice.
Yep, there it is.
Hit him
Come on,
5
come
times to the head before he hit the ground.
I know, right?
Everyone scrutinize Omega's performance. Let's see it in chat.
You're actually bad.
Omega wants to
Oh
hit the second floor. He's about to enter the first door. Here's the
Oh, no,
Taliban
no,
inside
no.
his question.
Eyes
He
around that
missed
corner.
him.
Make sure he gets. Oh, there it is.
That's gonna hurt him in the post game chat.
Where's A? I'm not even. Oh shit!
He's not seeing him.
Looks
His
like
ping is
Salaman is
gonna be
throwing
the
a
death of him.
baseball at one of the.
His high ping is gonna be the
His
death of him.
reaction with the pressure mounting.
You guys have a
Whoa!
Pulse has got to be
You guys-
160, 170 right now, easy.
PM me that Discord invite link, or when I do it for the, is it the
Yeah.
same? Is
Here,
it
I
the same,
got
or is
you.
it a separate Discord?
No, it's not this one.
That way Nightbot doesn't eat it.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me.
We've
I'll
got
DM it to
we've
you.
got a community Discord. We'll share that link.
Yep.
There you go.
Do not share this one.
Yeah, this one. That's why I asked first. I was like, I don't think it's this one. But
Yeah. Okay. Let me DM this to you, Cobra.
yeah.
Internal
Take.
dev is where we talk shit on the community, so we need that.
There you go. Yeah, that's
Oh,
the only
God.
reason. Like,
Oh.
we don't really talk about anything good. We just kind of like say how much we hate the community. I'm kidding.
They're actually on the list.
Yeah, it's more lists of
Yeah.
people we dislike.
Mind that door, Omega. You missed one.
Tactical anxiety speedrun world record any percent.
Here we go. I'm gonna spam this because I can. I can't smack me on that one. There's your Discord link, guys. Get in there. Then you can continue to pester the devs with your questions.
Yeah. But yeah, there's almost always somebody active in there because we're across like basically every time zone,
Yeah.
which makes coordinating calls super fun.
Mhm.
Right? Going by who's in the server, like I'm in California. Where are you guys?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Scotland.
No, I'm in Massachusetts. East
Hold
Coast.
on. What part of Cali are you at, if you don't mind?
Los Angeles, El Segundo.
Oh, LA. Okay. See, when I was in Pendleton, we'd go to LA, but we were warned to stay away from LA because reasons.
Reasons.
Yeah.
I like LA. It has a certain charm. It's a little inaccessible to outsiders because like I don't know. It's not easy to get to like the good stuff of it, and there's like a lot of kind of shitty touristy stuff that'll distract you. But man, I love LA.
Yeah, I'm over here in North Carolina now. It's a far cry difference, but yeah, I always like going to
Yeah.
San Diego, the Gaslamp District, and everything else when I was there.
Nice. One of my favorite bands is from North Carolina.
Mud Point.
Yeah.
Mud Village.
Oh, good.
Mud Point. Mud Point.
What's the mud point?
I don't know. New map. Mud Point.
Check Village.
Literally nothing. It's just a dirt lot.
Yeah.
There you go. Get in there. There's
All right.
there's the flooded. I expect to see a mass quantity of people just suddenly flood that thing. So you haven't
All right.
already.
Boys, we're gonna have a ton of casts this round. Ton of casts.
Okay. Send it. Now we're gonna play Super Serial this round. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Not really. Not
All
really.
right, Deej. Let's call it in.
All right.
This is actually one of my favorite alpha caps in any map I've played.
Here,
Maybe
ready?
we
Ready?
wait for the round to start anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, right. We're too gung ho.
Yeah.
Pretend to be a JTAC.
Guys, it hasn't started yet.
Looks like a Star Wars map. Yeah, like we're on Tatooine.
Well, Tatooine looks like a mud village.
Yeah, that's true. Gonna wrap it up after this map. I believe that's what. I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Airstrike
I'm gonna.
Stay back. Get ready to watch and hear the burr.
Yeah. If I wasn't leaving for 2 weeks tomorrow, I'd probably be like, whatever. But yeah.
No,
Squeeze some daily
it's all
time in
good.
there.
Well,
all right.
hey, perfect excuse to do this again, right?
All right. Burr
Exactly.
time.
See. And then I'll be like, hey, we're not doing an AMA. I actually want to play with these guys because I don't want to wear them out with questions.
That was perfect. Look at the bodies.
Oh my
Huh?
God.
Yeah.
Far. Good grab.
That's literally what happens afterwards too. Everyone applauds and says,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah!"
Yeah.
I got a screen cap with this dude missing his arm and his leg, and the A10 flying away in the background.
Perfect. That's
I don't know,
amazing.
yes.
oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot
Send
of
that
them.
in the Discord after. I want
Oh.
to see that. All right.
Oh my god, this open danger area is nasty.
Yeah, I don't like it a lot. Gotta use them bounding tactics. All right.
Cars for cover.
That's terrible. And they have no engines. Like they're just empty scrap cars. So
You got the rims. That's about all you got.
Yeah, I'll need the rims.
Alright, I'm defending left. I could use one more over here.
Shifting.
I'm pushing right with my MP5.
Oh, they're so
Cut you
angry.
off.
They're all so angry.
I just crossed in front of your line. Wasn't too sure where left. I was like, fuck it.
All right, Prowlaz, cover me. Moving up to the sandbags. Alright, cut set.
Moving.
Oof.
Taking the foxhole on your left.
Oh, now we're doing this.
Contact left.
Didn't go too well for the last guy, but I need more help on the left.
Set.
Alright, moving.
Oh yeah, they're going full rotation over here.
Oh, gotta reload. Thank you.
Roger!
Raj.
Loading. Oh, dude, they're in the hills. They're coming.
You guys pushing
Oh.
that left side.
I just noticed we've been pushing, but we have to defend still. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go too far.
No wonder we're getting our ass.
There's a whole squad left side.
Prowlaz, Caden, and I have been like pushing up, bounding, and everything, doing comms. Yet we push from the defend objective.
Ah, I'm still
my
holding by
lap.
the backhoe.
That's all.
Why we're getting stomped.
Oh, it's
Fragging
alright.
the-
1 second.
fragging the gas
suicide
station.
guy. Oh crap!
You're good there. You're good
I
there.
don't think the guys are actually going to wait 2 weeks to push it out. I think they'll push it out when they actually want to push it out, but that would be cool.
Frag out
You guys-
again.
you guys will probably-
There's a whole bunch of them over
You
here.
guys will actually push the update out before I get home anyway. You guys will probably play it before I do.
Yeah, just to spite you. Just to spite you.
See? I'll have to, no, let's release it. Oh yeah, we'll wait 2 weeks. No, next day it's like,
Yeah, I'll release it tomorrow. Release it as you're boarding the plane.
yeah.
Yeah, the email or the update is going to be the last thing you get before you lose reception.
Alright, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm falling back to you guys. I'm gonna order some Artie. Actually, do we need it?
But North Carolina, man,
I'll
had
order
an
it over
episode on your plane this evening.
Oh, I just got capped.
What's that?
I just got capped.
All right, I'm in point.
I'm dead.
Ah. Jesus, man. It's target rich out there.
I ordered fire support and then I got shot the second I ordered it.
Oh,
So
you're like, get the guy on the phone.
Where'd
yeah,
it go?
Black Hawk Down map, dude, that would be sick. Mogadishu.
There's one of the maps, I forget which. It might be Junkyard, but point like Delta or Echo or something is basically like a Black Hawk Down defense point. I think it's literally called Black Hawk Down. And the rest of it, like, at least seems like a little bit like the mode.
Actually, one of the maps I really like is Deriza, which is, I mean, it's an optimized mess when you play it on here, but it's still fun.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of community maps are. It's like really sick proof of concept.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of what makes the community really strong is like getting other people
The
into
trenches,
like,
boys.
oh yeah, let's hit it.
Actually, Macedonia is a good one too, and I like what Fat Marrow did with that. He
Macedonia
actually
is.
frequents my Discord.
Great map.
Yeah, he's
Oh my god, Deej, I just watched you get shot twice in the face and then walk away. Like there's
Realism.
literally blood where your eye is.
This game's realistic. What are you talking about?
Great.
Built different.
Yeah, I've just built different, man. Oh!
Oh my god, that one.
Oh! Yeah, that one hurt.
Hold on.
Revive me.
Dude, res me, bro.
Yeah, where's our cleric?
Dude,
No, the other cleric.
off a tray.
Cypher's
Oh,
got
I
the
cut him
like
off.
OG M16.
Targets in the open.
Target. That's
His
good.
voice is cracking me
Fragging
up,
C.
dude.
Yeah,
Fragging
that's
C.
funny.
Frag out.
Targets in the open. I can't
Man,
do it. I
100
really
meters, front.
I'm blowing Charlie.
can't. Yes, it's Arma.
Crossing.
Rifleman, 200 meters left.
Yeah, at least he gives you the 3Ds.
Yes.
Moving in.
That'd be funny if we got
See,
like
I
the
took that
original Flashpoint guy to do voiceover for us.
Yeah, Beho, I took that completely out of context. He said, prison is freaking cool. Should be enrolled in the vanilla roster. I'm like, what? Prison is cool.
Oh, yeah, dude, I love prison. I wish I could go back.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go commit a crime
Oh
after
no,
we're done
oh
playing.
no. Fall back, fall back, fall back. Nading.
Nade out.
Quite the party in there.
Okay, go.
Oh, I can't reach that.
Naden.
Oh, that was close, Caden.
You really pooped my pants.
What about a medical system? Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I do think it would be very cool, but it would be tricky and it would have to be probably fairly simplistic.
Yeah, like animation, script, and more.
Yeah. I have a feeling a good place to get inspiration, and that would be the like armory mods for the original Insurgency, or not the original, but Insurgency 2.
Yeah.
Because they have ones basically you just walk up with a little medic bag and you do a little thing and then it revives them or something. And what's really cool is it calculates the amount of damage that happened to you before death. So let's say you're shot in the head and you're basically obliterated. No, you can't get revived. But let's say you get shot in, like, let's say the arms or something like that. Yes, you can.
Yeah, it's Wizard of Oz rules. It's if you're merely dead or really most sincerely dead.
Yes, exactly. I'm just
the
waiting for you to
ASMR
kick down a door and see Chewbacca. Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, we have to
Yeah, 'cause
defend.
I think when you add these systems, guys, at least for me, you're slowing down gameplay is what you're doing. So like, it would definitely change the pace of the game if you added like, I need to put a tourniquet on my arm, or I need to like wrap around my leg, or
different types of medical items would be really cool, like TQs
You
and
take
stuff.
the risk of sapping the fun out of it.
I have another question now. Is there any way you guys could bring back the old school terrorist hunt format from Insurgency 2014?
Ooh.
Because that was my first thing I didn't like about Sandstorm when I bought it. I was like, what? It doesn't have terrorist hunt? Come on now.
Dude, that harkens back to old school Rainbow Six days. I would love to see that again.
Yeah.
I feel like as we implement new mods, that would be one of the simpler ones to implement, yeah?
That's been my main thing I've been wanting. And I was hoping the devs would do it themselves, but they haven't.
Oh, suicide. No!
Oh no, they got him. I don't know who that was.
They got me.
Oh no!
Again! At least I got my air support out before.
I'm on Overwatch in a tower with MP5, baby. Yeah.
Realism.
yeah. Well, you got about 200 meters after that.
Did you guys ever play that super old school shooter like Project IGI or Project IGI 2?
Oh shit!
I'm going in.
First PC shooter.
Yeah, that game was like the king of shooting people from 200 meters away with an MP5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking
Yeah,
it way back. That was like Baldur's Gate 1, etc. days.
Dude. Alright, let's push up on this
They made a
drop.
second one, but are they not working on another one? Or am I wrong on that?
Yeah, they got Baldur's
3?
3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, this minigun support is so nice.
Oh my god, dude.
Thank you, Mr. UH60. Oh, that's a lot of bodies.
and chunks. Dude, I rounded the corner just in time to see one dude get absolutely nailed by it. Looked like the thing's firing sledgehammers. He just like went flat into the ground immediately.
Physics. 008 sledgehammer, same thing.
When you say original game modes, like what game modes specifically? No, I'm talking to chat, not you guys in particular.
Okay.
Like what specifically in?
I know you're not talking to us, but dude, survival. That was such a good game mode, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, if you got them too. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back ambush.
I have to kick that door down. That was weird.
Ambush, survival, so many of the original.
Yeah. Ambush is the one I hear everyone asking for.
Blocked my enemy. Okay, time to do some clearing.
Hanging around in here somewhere.
These little huts are weird.
Come out!
Where's this fucking guy?
Oh,
Where are you,
you
bitch?
hear him.
We're not gonna hurt you.
We're
We
just
just wanna
gonna kill you.
I killed him. Cypher, wait, do they respond to voice, like actual, not like intimidate, but like you actually talking? Because Cypher said something and it responded, like not the contextual thing, but.
I would be surprised. I was also intimidating, like spamming that.
Oh, that might have been it, because I know intimidate warrants responses. What do we have? Let's see. Helicopter gunship time.
I mean, we also have
A shit ton of smoke.
we have the last point. We might want to hold on to that one, but
That's
you know,
true,
I'm
actually.
not commander. I'm not commander.
No, you know what? You're right. You're right. You've advised the commander.
I think do what makes your heart.
Feel.
This is scary.
Alright, this may be morbid, but I love the feature that makes the guys like continue to move on the ground after you've killed them.
Same.
No, I like that.
Yeah. It's not really morbid, it's just cool.
Yeah, I don't know what part of
gives me
me
a reason to
I
detect
like that, but I like it.
Just a little bit of realism, you know. It's,
Yeah, you gotta
so
get-
it's not so you just shoot someone and they turn into a static piece of pixels, you know.
It's
Of course they do, man. It's
verisimilitude. Okay.
They're similar.
It's verisimilitude.
Yes, yes.
It's one of those things like when you catch somebody and you just see them wriggling on the player, you're like, oh, you're definitely getting shot again.
Alright. Wait, okay, this F isn't the last objective if it's just a...
That's correct. There's
Is it G?
competitive golf, and it's pretty challenging.
Okay.
You're exposed on 3 sides.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't like that very much.
So you
Yeah.
just switch
I would
guns.
hate to be in this scenario in real life, so I'm happy to
I
be.
think everybody would.
Yeah, who says these games are bad for kids? This teaches them their ABCs.
True.
Yeah. A is for Alpha, B is for Bravo.
The further down the alphabet you get, the more difficult they are.
That's true, actually.
That's funny. I'm actually teaching the 5-year-old ABCs.
Alpha,
might
Bravo,
use
Charlie, Delta.
Delta. Yeah, here we go.
Dolphin Hotel.
Is it India
Let's do
or
it phonetically. It's India.
India? Julia, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu.
There you go.
There you go.
NATO phonetic.
Alright,
Oh,
who's
no,
gonna
we're
plant
playing
it first?
I like mostly use those to talk to like customer support people on the phone.
Omega,
help on the
we
left
planted. Omega, or Caden, look, we both planted one. Kills him.
Oh! Prowlaz, you better shoot the Molotov dudes. They're like
Talking
getting
to me,
close
but
to
you're
me.
not talking to me, and then you nearly blow me up. Nice.
I'm talking to you and not talking to you. Like,
Alright.
I thought you were somebody else.
Chill.
I thought you were somebody else.
No, it's alright. No, it's alright. I see it. Don't worry. I'll keep that in mind. Dean will remember that.
Hey, somebody said, how is the original Insurgency different from Sandstorm? Well,
What
first
about-
it's on a completely different engine.
Well,
Second...
what do you mean the original Insurgency? 'Cause
Oh wait,
Insurgency-
yeah, do you mean Insurgency 2 or do you mean the mod?
The mod or the game or yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he said 2014. Okay. So yeah, Insurgency 2014 basically it's on the source engine and which is completely different. Modding was
Right
much
on.
more open.
Yeah.
It had a lot more game modes. In my opinion, it was kind of it seemed a lot more gritty, if that makes sense. It just felt a bit more gritty.
It felt heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Like especially the sound design.
I think that's a lot to do with the source engine, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god, we have a 4-minute defend here.
Well, there's a problem. I just died and you have no air support now.
Oh, that is a problem.
Oh Jesus!
You just...
I'm on the far right side right now.
Verisimilitude, I watched the suicide bomber writhe around on the ground after they exploded.
Realism, dude.
Guts would be everywhere. Ugh.
Cypher pulled out the CBRN.
They're dropping war crimes on us.
Yeah, have some mustard with your hot dog.
Nearly lit Caden up there.
Oh, shit.
You're dropping work around.
Okay, this needs to be a staple.
I'm pushing right.
This is extremely bad. This might be the worst situation I've been in this game.
I didn't bring a gas mask.
The rocket barrage. The
Yeah,
air-
being rocket barrage gassed and seen from all 3 sides, except for...
We're losing.
It's alright, if you start losing it, you can't lose it if...
They were pushing that right side pretty hard.
Oh shit! The target, northwest.
Should have
I'm
pulled
just
back.
start laughing as soon as Cypher starts speaking because I don't know if it's just his mic or what, or the way he says it. It just cracks me up.
Oh no! Reloading.
Ah, fuck!
Cypher!
Fuck! Get away from me!
Okay, I think I shot a bad guy there.
Cypher the
Target
voice actor.
Southeast.
No! He's dead.
Oh man, this is just me.
You're the only
Oh
one
no,
left.
that music! Fuck.
Alec, you have 2 minutes. Oh no. That's
Come on, Alec.
Dude, what if we have to do it all over again?
Oh, the
How sad
gangsta
would that
pistol.
be?
I see what you did there.
gangsta.
Come on, John Wick that shit. Get it done.
Alec, no!
Dun dun
Oh
dun.
no.
Gonna maybe end this on a bad note, Alec. Way to go.
Man.
Hey, I went out on my terms. I was like, I'm not going in cover. I'm not reloading. Take my 9.
I'm doing a gangster lean 9mm freaking laser gaming. Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Bury me.
Right,
with
guys.
my 4 block 3. All right, call it.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I gotta get back to spam.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for inviting me to do this.
Of course.
This was fun. I'm glad it worked out.
And
Same.
thanks for inviting me to come along, Alec.
Absolutely, dude. This was awesome. We got to do this again.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm sure you. Sorry, we picked your brains a lot. And I'm sure you guys got fatigued and everything else. Probably should have taken a break, but yeah, I think it'd be cool just to shoot the shit and just play at some point too, even. But any saved rounds from anybody? Last comments, questions, concerns?
Sayonara.
I'm bailing out of here.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Johan, calling me gangster for the M9 finish. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was really fun.
All right, guys.
That was
Appreciate
really
it.
fun. I hope we answered enough questions. Yeah.
GG.
There will always be more questions, but man, I'm proud of you guys. You guys all did super well. This was really
I
fun.
appreciate that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very, very fun.
Yeah, this wasn't about me at all. I wanted to.
Yeah.
This
I
wasn't about
enjoyed
me at all. It was about you guys, and I was glad that you guys were able to take center stage and just go nuts. And that's exactly what I wanted. 'Cause it's all about you guys and the hard work you guys are doing. So thank you. But I'm gonna take off here. Oh, I can't even talk. I'm going to take off.
We're all
And,
done.
hope y'all have a good one, guys.
You too.
Man, you well. Good luck for the next 2 weeks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Bye.
Later.
All right, later, everyone.